morning! Hello everybody! Thank you all for joining the chat this morning. Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? It's another Saturday morning, which means it is another day for us to accomplish something hopefully great, hopefully fun, hopefully cool. But hello and good morning to everybody. Hey everybody, hey hello, it's Zach. Nice to see you in chat today. Tough Wolf, we can barely hear ya? Is it because Spotify was too loud? How's this? This is probably better. I had messed with my Spotify settings. Thank you so much. I was a little hyped this morning, okay? We're jamming the music. Thank you for keeping me there. Perfect. Okay, good. Well, good morning, everybody. Man, I'm tired. Today's gonna be a chill stream. I'll tell you one thing, because I have had quite the week. I was up late last night, and now I have just, like, splashed myself awake for streams, so, hey everybody, let's get started. So, we are still working on Avatar. Fun stuff, right? We still got this video going on. Can I pull up? Let's see, we got our timeline here. We are going to find a shot that's going to be fun to animate because we're gonna work on the whole thing, okay? From start to finish, we're going to complete a shot today, and we're going to get the background set up. We're going to animate the front foreground characters. We're going to do all this stuff. But first off, some show and tell. I think it's some show and tell time. Is SpongeBob coming back to the real life? Oh yeah, we'll do some more SpongeBob in real life in the future. Right now we're doing a bunch of movie trailers just because it's really good for our channel's growth. But we're not done with SpongeBob in real life. Yes. So show and tell. Let's see what we've got, some stuff to show you about this video that we've worked on. For those of you who haven't seen so far, we've been working on this big trailer for, you know, it's the parody of the Avatar Way of Water trailer. And so we've got the opening here, you know, a parody of the regular 20th Century Studios logo and the Lightstorm logo. And we've got, oh, there's our parody, JChaseFilms, 20th Century Studios. This was so cool. All this 3D, like making the lights and everything, this was a lot of work to have to get this quite right. And then you got this, the JChaseFilms, which is just, I'm parodying their lightning bolt throwing guy. Like, that's their logo. And I made our version, which has like a camera. Ah, you're making Bikini Bottom in Minecraft. Very good. Yeah, no, same thing here, man. I know, like, even though the DLC already did it, at least the DLC now has given me designs to work off of. Now I feel like there's a structure around it. But yeah, so this is funny, is that this image right here actually isn't 3D at all. I faked the 3D on this one. Or did I? No, this was real 3D. I actually did real 3D for this one. The only thing that's fake is actually the lightning bolt. Don't tell anybody. This lightning bolt, I literally just cut out from the original logo. That's the only part that's actually kept. Everything else is a fresh 3D model that I put some lights on. Then going through the rest of the movie trailer, we got, this is a crazy shot we haven't finished yet, but we're matching the camera motion here. So we did a big 3D track, and this is an insane shot we haven't yet to fully accomplish. We could work on this potentially today if you guys want to. It's just that this is crazy. Like, I would the animation process for this would be less creative work and would be more me animating characters on top of the original reference footage. Uh-oh, the title is wrong. Here, let's see if I can't get... The title of the stream has been incorrect. Alright, what is this? This is just a, I don't know, art stream? And then I'll copy that into the, where is it? Shadow, I need shadow. Oh, yeah. Did it automatically update in the, oh, that's cool.
It showed it while it was being typed.
Great, and why is, oh, you know what? My music thingy isn't working either. Everything's broken this morning, that's funny. Yeah, this should work once I click a button here. Videos. As you guys can tell, I literally started this process of turning the stream on like 10 minutes before we got started, so everything is not quite there. But if I go into my little program, maybe press the on button. It is now synced. Did it work? Right away, click, perfect. Hey, we got music on stream now. It's all working. Oh my gosh, look at this chat window. That is funny. Alright, where is the thing? There we go. Okay, everything is sorted. Everything is sorted. Perfect. You're replacing SpongeBob and Squidward's house? What are you replacing it with? All right, stream is fixed. So yeah, we could potentially do this. After this point, we have a lot of shots that we've completed where we've got her with the sunlight in the forest, this over-the-head shot with the flying creatures. We see this main character on a flying creature. The flying creatures are going towards the forest. They fly over these logs that are in the ocean. And then we've got this character who's like blowing a horn as they fly by. And this whole sequence we have complete. We actually have, we've got an avatar character with the sunlight in the forest. We got this overhead shot with the flying bisons. And a bunch of Nickelodeon characters on these flying bisons. We have Aang on a flying bison, multiple of them flying towards the forest, and them going over the branches. So you can see we had a lot of artists do amazing art to paint these backgrounds. And then the last thing is it's show and tell time. This is how we do it. This is the streaming. When you show up to streaming, you see the cool things. That's the precedent I'm setting. We did it with previous projects. You're replacing with bigger houses so they always seem so small for me. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the exterior of their houses are always way too small for how much is supposed to be inside them. Hey Matthew, how you doing? Hey G Gaming, hi, welcome to the stream. And so this is another shot we might work on today. Is this character swimming through? It's a very fluid movement. This is something that I wouldn't have to like match perfectly and actually get to be a bit more creative with and just kind of look at what feels right. And that's why I feel like I want to cover this shot today. This is a shot that I think would be really fun, has a lot of complexity to it, and yeah, I just think in general it's going to have a lot of cool stuff because we're going to be replicating, for this character is going to be whatever her name is from the Mighty Bee. Bessie, the main character from the Mighty Bee. She shows up later in this shot too. It's that same underwater character, and here's what that shot looks like. We have Bessie riding on Craig the snake from Sanjay and Craig, and they're underwater. And this is the kind of underwater I'm going to be replicating. As you can see, we halfway have Bikini Bottom stuff, but the surface of the water is represented as like this anime underwater surface thing. So it's kind of a mishmash between styles. I'm doing well, William. How are you doing? So this is potentially what we're going to end up doing is this style in this shot. Mixing together the anime underwater look with Bikini Bottom and then having Bessie there. And also replacing a lot of these foreground fish with plankton characters. Did you ever get to trace those? Mm-hmm. Awesome, then we'll have those to work with as well. Good, yes. Okay, if you could freshly email me those, because who knows where I put them.
If only my stuff was plugged in.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am sorry. Alright, so outside of that though, I don't think I see anything here. We could potentially do this. This is the thumbnail image as well, but it's a very simple image. The only thing we have to deal with is like their bodies hitting inside the water. So this could be an easy one to do as well, but I think we're going to start off with this one. We're gonna jump right in. I'm gonna open this up in After Effects. We'll get the kind of initial shot loaded through, and then we're gonna get some animation going. All right, oops. All right. Oh, it's not giving, I love when you right click the layer in After Effects and it's just like, hey, I don't want to give you that menu that you want. There we go. Place with After Effects composition. How much money did it cost to make the sixth? That's a funny question. To make the 6th SpongeBob episode. So there's a lot of different things. Yeah, there's a lot of things that go into that. I mean, I can just give you a ballpark. In general, I think it was maybe between like $2,000 to $3,000. I think, honestly.
It was more than that. Probably
more than that, just because it was a long episode too. A lot of those costs come to animators are probably the most expensive thing. Because we had a lot of animators who worked with us. The credits of that video show that we had multiple animators to help cover the amount of time that there are animated characters on screen.
That was BK.
Yeah, yes. And so that was very expensive in and of itself, but probably the most important element is the animators. We had a lot of paid-for music. That episode had a lot of really good music that we paid for and licensed. The credits music is one really great example of like a very special song that we got because we were able to pay for it. So the music was expensive, that was expensive. We rented the spy van. Yep. That was a $200 rental for one day. We only had that spy van for one day for filming, so the spy van costed an extra $200. Voice acting, we paid for voice actors. We paid for actors. A lot of the security guard characters and whatnot that showed up, they were paid. And outside of that, we also paid for catering for the entire film crew. So while we were on the film set and we were filming our shots for episode 6 and whatnot, we filmed that over multiple different days, and so we had multiple days of catering where we got lunch for everybody on set. And so that all counts as part of the cost too, and so that's a good like $100 per lunch, $100 to $200 per lunch sometimes.
It was very lucky that was for a project and you didn't have to pay everybody that was on set.
Yes, we didn't have to pay everybody on set just because a lot of people were in a college class with me and they were actually getting college credit for actually working on that project, so that helped save us some money. I think that covers all the costs though, but as you can see, all these things, they stack up. So it was a lot of, nowhere near like, the Mr. Beast quality,
like,
but
props and...
Yeah, props cost money. We had to build a lot of stuff and prepare stuff. I don't know if we rented any filming equipment for that one or not, but we might have.
You just borrowed everything from the...
We might have bought a couple of fresh new pieces of equipment though for filming those kind of scenes for that video. I also don't doubt that I might have bought an After Effects project or two to get some special effects done, because it's nice to have somebody who pre-built something before. Alright, we're going to open up our shot list here. And this shot is shot number 10. But yeah, so interesting question, but honestly, even, because I don't have a calculated full answer for you, I kind of have to give you those estimates. But that's probably one of our more expensive ones, in general. I think episode 10 was very expensive. The detective video? Sorry, not episode 10. Episode 9 was very expensive. The detective one was we put a lot of production quality into that. Didn't exactly get it back.
It didn't pan out.
It didn't pan out on the income ratio there, but we tried our best. Yes. Everything is an effort of trial and error. Alright, so we have this loaded in now. We can go ahead and start working on this. I have to double check to make sure I actually have the character file. I might not have it on its own, but I might have the other shot that I can work from. So, unless you sent me the finished animation, I think you did.
To what?
Can you send me a Bessie character file too? I realized you sent me the finished animation of your Bessie swim.
Yeah.
The detective one was your first video you saw of ours. That's impressive.
That's cool.
That's interesting. How did you find that? Did it get found through random algorithm, or like just show up in your recommended videos? I'm interested in how you found that one of all of ones. What time do you get up in the morning when you plan to schedule? Yeah, so...
We get up the same time every single day.
Well, for Saturday, for regular days, yeah, we get up at 8, basically.
We get up at 7:30.
7:30, 8.
It's a big difference.
Yes. But for stream days, right now, it's still 9 o'clock here in our time zone, so we're getting up, a good hour or so earlier. It's 8 or 7:30 that we generally we get up at 7:30 every day. Less helpful when I go to bed at midnight though.
That was a you problem.
Yes.
We also had to get up early because there's someone cleaning our windows right now.
But yeah, the reason we always schedule for early in the morning on Saturday streams is just to kind of get this work accomplished and to still give me a sort of weekend, right? Because I don't want to work all day on Saturdays. So we're doing these art streams in the morning on Saturdays, but still doing it on a weekend, so hopefully a different group of our audience is able to join us than on the weekday streams where I know people have different schedules and they're not exactly able to always jump into streams. Oh gosh, I can't see the icons behind the camera. This is my one weakness with, hey, it's the guy, it's the boy, it's Thomas Roberts! Hello, welcome to the stream. Good to have you here.
Hi, Thomas. Hey, Thomas, I have an Amazon question.
You notice in episode 10, someone ordering played Squidward in Christian J's video? Yeah. Yeah, so that's funny in that they had to do that actor switch there. But Thomas said, please ask the question.
I can't get my new thermostat to work. What's wrong with it?
We got one of those Amazon branded thermostats, and we plugged it in, and the Alexa things were just not connecting to it. We couldn't understand it. Everything else was working. Our Wi-Fi was working, but we were having issues there. We didn't know what was going on. We had to plug in our old one because we didn't have air conditioning. Right now it's 9 a.m. for us. So our Saturday streams for us start at 9 a.m., which it is earlier in general. What we're doing today is an art stream. We're working on the animation. We're going to be doing this shot here, where we have this character swimming underwater. And art style wise, I'm doing a mix between two different things. If I can find that shot that we were working on earlier. Let's see, where was it? Here, okay. So here's a different shot of the same character in the trailer, and this is what we did with it. We have this background that's a mix between Bikini Bottom and like an actual underwater scene. So we're going to replicate that kind of look with the background. And our main character here swimming is going to be Bessie from the Mighty Bee Nicktoon. So that's what we're working on. That is our shot for the day, for the stream. Hey, J-Man. No, we can't do that for the next SpongeBob in Your Life video. We already have plans for the next ones. We are excited to eventually do a video where Damien Cooper breaks out of prison. It's not going to be anytime soon.
Nope.
That is going to be like a lot of videos down the line. It might not even be next year. Let's be honest. It's probably going to be like 2024 when we get to that. We'll still be doing SpongeBob in Your Life videos, but the big old, Damien Cooper breaking out of jail thing is a big thing, and it's going to be in a bit. It's going to be later on. We want to give it good justice, and we want to be as entertaining as possible with that there. All right, so, and I actually didn't get to answer there's a lot of, I missed something. The one that was recommended to you was Spider Bob. I see. And so then you just ended up seeing our latest SpongeBob in Real Life. I see. Okay, cool. So yeah, David, the person who was ordering, they played Squidward and Christian J's videos. It is not actually quite right. He has two friends that look very similar, but that person ordering isn't the same person who normally acts as their Squidward. He might have acted as Squidward in one of their videos because they had to, maybe in their most recent one. But they had a different actor acting as their Squidward for the longest time, and then he moved to like New York, and and then they're like, oh, we don't have a Squidward anymore, and so yeah, that was a different person, but you might be still correct because I don't know if in their latest video he still acted as Squidward. That might have been what they did. I'm not sure. William, it says 10 a.m. because it's 10 a.m. for you. YouTube will always show you your personal time zone, so it does the math in any situation.
Showing it in another time zone isn't helpful, because then you wouldn't know what really time it was coming out.
Exactly, yeah. If it showed you at 9 a.m. for us, then you would be logging on at the wrong time. Thomas says how vague might be an app issue.
I'm doing what he suggested.
Okay, good. Listen to streams at work. That is the proper work-life balance there. Alright, so we've got alternate planktons that we're going to use on our foreground here. I'm just going to be bringing these scenes in. Oh, there's it. So this right here is what we're going to replace all of our foreground fishes with. We have these fish that she looks at and thinks is real cool and dandy. And so we're going to replace all this, school of fish with all these plankton cousins. We also have a couple of other fish characters that we can throw into the mix, and those are right in this file. We've got some of the Fairly OddParents fish. We'll chuck them in, they might be in the distance. I might even find another fish character that we can kind of throw in. Oh right, I don't actually have a scene open for this. Right, I bet.
Oh my goodness, Wanda doesn't have eyelashes.
Oh, I can add those in.
I was like, why does Wanda look so weird?
She's just given that 1,000-yard stare. She looks almost like a Family Guy character without her eyelashes. Alright, so we're going to make a new scene so that we can get started from scratch, add all this stuff, and we're going to have to kind of composite a whole background here. And we'll get working on that in a second. Let's see if I got the Bessie character as well. Perfect. Bessie character is plopping in. This is going to be a very interesting animation as well because her like swim is really fluid. So we're probably going to have to do some custom limb shapes. Thankfully, she's got very simple artwork, right? Like this is going to be very easy for me to do some kind of custom new shapes. We'll see how much we have prepared in here for the sakes of... Alright, so we have a couple of mouth shapes. Alright, we can probably go ahead and draw like a closed smile, and we'll transition to the open smile. Our Amazon password.
I've tried it.
Logging in.
If it works for you, I'm gonna smack you.
Does it take this long to load each time it attempts it? There are two Williams here. I'll catch you next time. What our next SpongeBob in Real Life video will be about?
Who knows?
Who knows? Primarily because we have a little bit of a dead space in the year between a lot of our planned videos, and so we might plop in a SpongeBob in Real Life during that point. So I don't know if it's going to be the next one or not, but I will promise you one thing that we are sure we're going to do, and that's a Christmas special. We are absolutely going to have a Christmas special for SpongeBob in Real Life, but I don't know if we're going to have another one in between then and now, just because of how our scheduling is working with video projects as we go forward. So, but at the minimum, we have a good Christmas special with snow, with real snow. We filmed it last year, or filmed a lot of it last year, and so we got to have actual snow, which is nice. We don't get that a lot. Not where we are. Alright, so we've got all of our characters. Is anyone else looking forward to Avatar, the Power of Earth, and the Prince of Fire? So Thomas is a good friend of mine, and he has this theory that when it comes to the blue alien people movies of the Avatar series, that they are going with the elemental, the elemental trend, because their first movie had to do with air. You know, they were all flying around in all the floating islands, and now this second movie that they're releasing is all about the way of water. And apparently, our good guy, whatever the director's name was, James Cameron, our good guy James Cameron is planning on releasing like 2 more. It is a good theory. Thomas is very enthusiastic about this. But no, I mean, honestly, man, I can absolutely see that happening, and it's gonna be the funniest thing, and you're gonna call it before everybody else. I hope you posted that theory to Reddit or something. You can get some good internet points out of that. Alright, we need to export our footage here as a reference so that we can animate on top of it. And we'll bring this into the other program. I think I want to legitimately start with the hardest thing, but the coolest thing, and that's actually making her swim. This is going to be a big thing. And I'm probably going to do this in a multi-step process that I haven't actually done on stream before. And that's going to be, I'm going to sketch out like a rough draft version of the animation, like an animatic, and then do the real art on top of that. I never really put that level of effort into a lot of work that I do because I'm able to just take the character model and animate it forward. I kind of don't do that planning process, but this is such a unique shot. I kind of think I need the planning process because I won't be able to do a good job if I don't do the planning process. And I don't know why this was showing it. I was rendering the wrong shot here. If you had to choose one SpongeBob character, which would it be? What do you mean? Wait, can you clarify the question? What do you mean choose one? Like choose one to hang out with? Choose one that was my favorite? Choose one to, I don't know, turn into a marketable plushie? Will you also do a Halloween short this year? Hey, that would be a fun one. I can't promise that we will, but we've definitely wanted to over the past couple of years. It's been an idea we've thrown around. I know that bringing the Flying Dutchman in, just generally having some funny costumes on SpongeBob and Patrick. It'd be funny if we actually brought back the Spider Bob outfit from him. Like we designed this whole Spider-Man. Choose one to marry. It would be funny if we brought back Spider Bob for the sake of a Halloween episode. But that would be funny. So we don't have a plan for it yet, but I am interested in potentially doing that. If we have the time and we're in between movie trailer videos, I think that would be a fun thing to work on. Maybe a shorter one, like a minute and a half. Would choose one to go to heaven. So am I choosing one to just die, or am I choosing only one of them gets to go to heaven? The rest of them, whatever. You're giving me the horrible choices here. This is too much power. Alright, and emotion recordings. Oh, I don't want this to be in PNG. I don't want a bunch of pictures in here. I want this to be a video file so we can drag and drop it in. Okay, let's just say I have to choose one character to have all of these things happen to. My leg! So I marry them, they go to heaven, and that was it. That's all the people that had clarified anything. I don't know. Karen. Karen being a robot, I think who knows the logic of would an AI go to heaven, so maybe I'll give her that, okay? Karen gets to go to heaven now. Good job. AI sentience. It has a soul. Oh man. What a conversation we had today. I'm too loopy, everybody. I am not on enough sleep for this loopy. She is a great cook, yes. She makes that holographic meatloaf. Oh my goodness. Oh, I am right off. Literally, with my strain of consciousness, I am right off of two things. I am off of a long improvised game of Dungeons and Dragons, and then off of 2 hours of driving, and like. I had a bunch of candy bars while driving. Like, that's kind of the energy that I'm pulling off of before I went to sleep. And so I woke up and I'm still kind of like stream of consciousness. I basically was just there half an hour ago. Half an hour ago I was last night. Okay, so we have our character files brought in. I can go ahead and bring in our reference footage and we can get started with this animation process. Let's go ahead and pull in this reference file. It was scene 10 yeah, good. Can you see how far and good it is, the whole project? I did a little bit of some show and tell earlier in the video. If you just want to rewind the stream, that'll probably be the quickest thing to see. Early in the stream, I did show that. I can show you maybe one new one, and that would be... Let's see what else we got. What's a cool shot? Is there a cool shot I haven't showed yet? You want to see a funny shot? Okay. I want you to guess. What do you think this whale is going to be? Okay, we've got this character. I'll already tell you. This character right here is Sheen from Jimmy Neutron. What do you think we replaced the whale with? What do you think we did? Patrick in Minecraft absolutely was Santa Claus. Yes. Will I be Santa Claus? I will not be Santa Claus in our Christmas special. We don't currently have Santa Claus showing up, but maybe we need to have something like that. If we have Santa Claus showing up, gosh, we could do a lot of things with that. Like, there's so many different concepts we could do. The whale from SpongeBob, see, we originally thought potentially doing Pearl. Those are good guesses. We'll go with something slightly different. And I'll tell you, this is probably one of the more funny shots in the whole thing because there's a little bit of a cursed element to seeing Sheen underwater reaching out to another character like this.
Do you know the answer to this question?
What? No.
Thomas, are you still there?
He is still here.
Well, then maybe he can answer this question and what it should be.
But we didn't have wires back there. That's like the entire back of it, and we hadn't unscrewed it. We'll have to undo it from the wall to know that answer.
I don't want to do that.
Well.
Thomas, which of our terminals should have wires connected to them?
And there's a big list of random acronyms.
Do you know? Does anybody know? Because I don't want to take it off the wall. If anybody can help me out.
Literally no clue.
Well, what one does people generally have, Thomas?
I feel like it's probably different for each device. And it's probably just a couple screws. We'll have to just do it later.
Well, we don't have any AC in.
Oh. Why?
Because I was setting up the thermostat.
Oh, okay. Well, if we could switch it back, that'd be cool. It's just a plug and switch.
I can't get this one off the wall.
Okay, then if you could turn the fan on, that'd be great.
I was just gonna pick a random one. Ugh. G.
I mean, if you pick a random one, it's gonna try to be setting it up through that or something.
No.
Absolutely no clue. Didn't really do customer and IT.
Well, yeah.
So instead of a whale, we decided to go with Mindy from the SpongeBob movie. And there's something about these shots with this 3D character who we have rendered 2D reaching out towards Mindy in this dramatic ocean scene. It's It's a very funny shot. It's quite comical, and it has such an interesting vibe to it. This is a long shot, 104 frames long. I'm tempted to just animate the head straight through, and then let's see what we can do here. This is very interesting because her body is like almost directly up and down to the camera. It's like a bird's eye view, which is going to be weird to represent for a cartoon character. The head is going to be pretty normal all the way through, though. So let's go ahead and just insert keyframe, and we'll do some animation. Best shot, thank you. All right, we're just going to go ahead and animate the head alone. I think the entire head the whole time through can just be flipped horizontally. And we might even animate the hair to kind of make it flow in the underwater a little bit. We'll see what we can do about that. But she's just so joyous. She's going crazy. The funny decision that we always have to make is this is a short character. And making a short character match up with a tall character is always funny. So we have to kind of interpret what we want them to do. Alright, so what's the full motion here? The swimmer goes down, up, kind of floats to the side, and does another little stroke. Clear keyframe. Who are these new characters? This is actually an old character. This is like 2010s.
This is our era.
Yeah, this is our era of Nickelodeon that we're pulling back here.
This is our tough puppy. Whatever.
Something Eldritch with the cartoon just popping up. Yeah, especially when we have half shots. the Frankenstein project that it is right now, like everything green is our completed shots, and it's funny just like look through and the trailer just plays, oh yeah, like we've got these cartoons, and then it'll just click to the original trailer. And it's very hash-bashed. And, oh, look, it's the real people. Guys, this movie, oh, Nickelodeon, man, this James Cameron movie, I don't know, it's getting crazy. It is quite funny. Alright. So, I'm so tempted to not animate this in animate ironically, because I know that smooth motions, ironically, are easier to do in After Effects. But I think I'm going to still do it here. Yeah. You know, it's so funny. I feel like I could legitimately do this in After Effects a little bit easier. I just have to draw out the character here. So let's go ahead and draw the character. I'm going to need to get a kind of unique view of the torso here. So we're going to create a brand new torso. Let me get my glove. Where's my magic glove that doesn't let me smudge my screen? Coming never. That's our going joke. Our ongoing joke in every movie trailer video is that none of these movies are ever coming out because they don't exist. They are fake. And it's also a way that I'm not trying to fake out the audience because I know there's so many people. You know what I hate? Ooh, there are very few YouTube channels I hate. There's one that I am so upset with. What are they called? I feel like at this point I might actually be able to type in their username because I've seen them so often. What is it called? It's called oh man, like something. Basically, it's this channel who keeps making fake Marvel movie trailers for Marvel movies that actually we know are going to be coming out soon. Like if I just do actually, you know what I can do is Quantumania Marvel trailer, because this is a movie that will be coming out at some point. Here it is. Look at these. Oh, this makes me anger. This makes me rage. Screen culture here. They post these fake movie trailers. They've done 2 of them. They did one 7 months ago, and then they made a new one. But Quantumania doesn't have a movie trailer yet. These are fake. They just took clips from the original movies, and they're getting like nearly 1 million views on each video, and Screen Culture does this for like every movie that Marvel has yet to be released yet. And it just like, all these, Loki Season 2, you know, like Secret Invasion, that's like their end game version of this. Anyways, I love Marvel movies, and it's upsetting when this person constantly make these, and it makes it look like they're real. MCU Phase 5? Sure. Sorry. You should be legally. That's why we do it. Like, we literally put fan made in our thumbnails, at least. I don't know if we put them in the titles, but we put them in the thumbnails, and we have these ongoing jokes that like it's not real, all this stuff. We try to make it evident, and that's what I'm actually very proud of, is the fact that a lot of comments have complimented us on that. Well, what the big deal is that when you see a movie trailer online, you think it's real, you expect it to be real, and you're excited to get to see the real movie. But when it's fake, and they never say it's fake, right? Like this person, they're not saying it's a fan-made trailer with us. They hide that information because they don't want you to know that. They want you to click on the video because you're excited to see the real movie. Was Minions Rise of Gru good? I heard that when it comes to this Despicable Me kind of franchise in general, the first few movies were good. I think like some of the middle Minions movies weren't that great. So was the most recent one better than that? Because that would be interesting. I feel like that's kind of what most franchises do. Is they have like a lot of really good starting movies, then they kind of have a slump where the ideas just get like very muddy. They're making a Despicable Me 4. Oof. They're gonna have to try really hard to make that good because you start. I mean, we're getting to the era where every movie is just an episode in a television show these days. We don't have movies anymore. we have franchises. If you can't make a franchise, Hollywood doesn't want to hear about it. Oh, I'm zooming in onto my YouTube browser and not onto the actual program. All right, let's trace out a body here. She should just look like almost a tube. So this angle is gonna be a weird angle. All right, we'll do her collar. She's got her little Girl Scouts kind of outfit here. Got a button. Oh, this is weird to try to have to replicate this perspective. Okay, I think that's good on the button. You never got to see it because my life is unfair. So you're saying that you're having a bad day. That's a reference to the very first Despicable Me. I'm sorry, I'm a nerd. The first Despicable Me song is honestly really, really good. I feel like it's been so forgotten within like the giant list of Despicable Me songs, especially when it came to Happy by Will Ferrell, like or Pharrell Williams. Gosh, I hate those two celebrities that have those names. Pharrell Williams' Happy, it was with the movie, and that was probably it's become the most popular of them all. But I think that the original Despicable Me song is just so good, and its vibe is very fun. I think no one ever gives it its credit in modern day anymore. Sonic 3 should be coming soon. That'd be cool. Enjoyed Sonic 2. We had a movie night on our Discord, and that was really fun. Sonic 2 was very fun. I don't think I'd ever watch it again. I think Sonic 1 is still a better movie than Sonic 2 was for me. Sonic 2 was fun to watch at least once, but it's like, I don't know. There were some cheesy elements to it. So although they take a lot of attempts at humor in the second Sonic movie, and a lot of those succeed, but also a lot fail. And also, I feel like I'm not going to be able to get this button to look good anymore. I feel like I have to restart because I've done something, and now the computer is very confused, and the math of these shapes are not being happy. They are not happy with me right now. Oh man. Oh, there we go. I got a good shape out of it. That was tough. I want you to make another Minecraft live. Minecraft Minions do you play? I want you to play. That was a grammar to follow. But we probably won't do a Minecraft Minions playthrough now. You're a big nerd of Minions. Hey, no, I'm glad you got your stuff you like. That's fun. But I don't think Minions lines up with the content that our general audience follows. Picked the wrong color, apparently. And so, yeah, I probably won't be doing Minion stuff just because, I mean, I don't even know what I would say about a Minions thing, I just, in all honesty, couldn't imagine sitting there and having to somehow make commentary on Minions stuff. I just don't know what I would say. It's not my world. Okay, here we go. That is our first bit of the character. It's a little bit interesting in this angle. It's tough. It's tough to make this angle. This is a very weird angle for a cartoon character to be in. That's a problem we have in a lot of these movie trailer things, is having to match a character into an angle that cartoons never even try to go in. Because why would they? Okay. we're going to go ahead and just shrink down the arm, generally put it in the right position. I think for the most part, I'm going to animate this in After Effects and not even worry about all this stuff. So we're going to put the arm behind the body. We're going to name this layer body because we name our layers. They do look like plankton. All right, you have a good one, Thomas. Yeah, I mean, the other ones that have two eyes just remind me of the plankton, like, cousins sometimes. I guess all of plankton's cousins have one eye, huh? I thought there was one of them that had, like, two eyes. There probably is only one that has two eyes. Reminds me of, there's a YouTuber who does, like, a bunch of videos, and he'll do, like, summary videos of movies, and, like, animated movies and stuff. And he's done a summary of the entirety of Season 1 of SpongeBob. And it's technically not made for kids and all that jazz, but he represents Plankton with two eyes, which is really funny. And he represents SpongeBob with one eye. It was just very funny looking. But it works in his art style, which is the funniest part. Alright, where are these legs? There they are. I feel like we're gonna have to do some brand new custom legs for this, because I'm not sure this will even work. We're gonna try though. At the end of the day, I guess these legs are kind of just hidden behind, so it might not even matter at all.
Hey, good morning. So,
Hi.
hi. Do you want him to clean the sliding window in our room or just the ones downstairs?
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay.
Sliding window in the room, yeah. We have a window cleaner at the house. So I'm over here streaming, and he's got, he's cleaning. Okay, so I think this is a good setup for this character. Oh, it all just clicks out at the end. Clear keyframe. Clear keyframe. Okay. Let's go ahead and what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and animate the face. That way the face is pre-animated before we have all the other elements. I'm also zooming in a whole lot for a very specific reason. But I'm going to go ahead and pull in this other background element here so I can see it on the side. And we're going to try to match her face animation. I don't vlog. I used to vlog back in college. I've had this kind of... We've talked about this on a previous stream. I don't think I have anything interesting to vlog these days. My life is very... Like these streams, I think, are the closest we get to vlogging because, in general, like, my life is a couple of things. I'm either sitting at a computer working, or I'm 100% relaxing away from the computer, which for the most part is either I'm watching movies, I'm hanging out with my wife, I'm hanging out with friends, or I'm just playing video games. I don't do things that are interesting for vlogs, you know? Like, when I was in college, vlogging was interesting because I was going places, doing things, and so I had those college vlogs back on JChaseFilms, and, but I don't have a plan to vlog anytime soon. There's just nothing interesting that we're doing that I think is worth vlogging. So no plans yet, but maybe someday in the future we'll jump onto vlogging. I just think that this streaming is kind of that replacement for that. Streaming is the way to get like the peak into turning my life into entertainment, because that's all this is, right? Like streaming is, at the end of the day, I'm basically like I'm a radio, you know, spokesperson. I'm a radio announcer, a news person. Like, this is just a live entertainment broadcast. That's all this is. But it's one that you guys can comment on, and I can see your comments. Like, if we boil down what streaming is, I'm an entertainer, and I can actually see the audience commenting at the time that I'm doing the performance. So that's it. Like, I'm just trying to make this stuff as entertaining as possible, even when it's part of my normal life, right? Like, me working right now is about as close to a vlog as we can get. This is legitimate what all the other days of my life are like this. This work right now is what I'm doing every other day of the week. So if you wanted to vlog, this is kind of what my life looks like. And even when I'm playing video games on stream, that's the other half of my life, you could say. The other half of my life is just relaxation, and so that's just in general. It's funny to even consider it that way, but this is basically a non-edited vlog. Alright, I need to pull this footage into the head layer because I actually couldn't see it move. Alright. So she's kind of concerned at the start. Her face is concerned, it's concerned, and then she goes, wow. Alright, so let's do some animation here. I'm gonna go ahead and just... You know what? Can I actually preserve this mouth? Yeah, I'll preserve this. Nah, I'll make a custom one here. Actually, I will preserve it. So we're gonna do a keyframe here. And then prior, I'd like to make another frame. I'm gonna pick that one, please. We're gonna put this sooner in. All right, Control B, Control B. Now it's converted to standard art. At the beginning, I think I want to have a very small, simple mouth as she's just kind of curiously swimming. And I'm gonna draw this custom. Didn't put the glove on quite right there. Alright, so let's go ahead and actually I'm gonna paint in black because this is an easier one to see. So we can just do it straight. So she's one of these characters that has these very like bean-shaped mouths. So it's always a hard thing to actually draw. I also feel like I need to do a thicker brush stroke. Alright. These bean-shaped mouths are always so hard to draw. There we go. Got one. Alright, we'll smooth that out. I might have to go in manually to smooth out some of these elements because when you draw with the paintbrush, it gets lumpy. And so you have to fix the lumpy. That's always a funny kind of element there. Stuart has one eye now. It's the same as Plankton. Was Stuart one that originally had two eyes? And in the movie, did he lose his eye? Are you spoiling us on the Minions movie? I mean, I'm never gonna watch the new Minions movie, so I don't care if I get spoiled. I will keep up with Minions lore through your guys' comments alone. Let's go ahead and give the teeth. She's got that kind of like missing tooth element here. So I'll just do this and we'll throw in some teeth. Oh wow, that did not work the way I wanted it to. Head. Oh, I see the lines were not actually on that. Wait, where is the mouth? What layer is it on? It is on the mouth layer. That's good. I should name this mouth. Speaking about vlogs, do you plan on doing reviews or something? Now that is more interesting. We could potentially do reviews. I don't know. We're going one new thing at a time. Right now, we're focusing on the gaming channel and the streaming channel. Once both of these channels are self-sufficient, which means that like they have like once the gaming channel and the streaming channel both get to make ad money, the second that happens and once we start making money on it, we can pay for editors to start working on it so that we don't have to, right? So like we could pay an editor to edit all of our gaming content and stuff like that because we don't want to do that. When we're working on the SpongeBob videos, we don't want to have to spend our time working on the gaming channel. We want the gaming channel to exist, we just don't want to have to take time out of making our SpongeBob content and making our animation content. That's like our biggest goal when it comes to making content. So our goal with these extra channels is to eventually get them self-sufficient. Like I'm obviously having to film them, but outside of filming them, I hand it off to editors. Like that's the dream. That's the dream goal. And once that's possible, we can jump on and start a new channel. So right now, waiting to get the streaming channel and the gaming channel fully set up, and then after that, we'll start some new channels outside of that. Like I'm basically gonna be branching out and making as many JChase channels as possible. But reviews would be interesting. I don't know what I would review specifically. I feel like the next goal we had was to do a meme channel. Just legitimately a channel where it's like animated memes and stuff like that. Like it's just taking SpongeBob characters and put them in the memes. It's kind of a simple concept right now, but I feel like a concept that might be good and might be shareable, or might just be pointless. So, you know, who knows? I don't know if I like that. That's weird. Let's see. Can I put the tooth on the other side and it be better? Okay, wait a minute. Oh my goodness. Wait, why is this not connected? There we go. How would a meme channel be? So, our only concept for it right now, and I should also save this file before I continue working on it because I have not saved it yet, so if it crashes, all this will be lost. Why do I always do... It's always during streams that I'll forget to save my files just because we're chatting the whole time. Like, I get the work done, but I haven't saved, and like, I could lose all this at any moment. Oh, she actually has, oh darn, she actually has a color for the inside of her mouth. Okay, so let's actually grab that color. Alright, that generally looks okay for her. It might not be perfectly on brand for this character, but this is a character from the mid-2010s, and so I'm not really... No one's going to be upset if I don't do it perfectly right. I can maybe also make it slightly bigger. Oh man, now the like mouth itself is so big. But so the idea for the meme channel would generally be like, okay, imagine any memes that are popular right now, and we reanimate it with SpongeBob characters. Like that's kind of the bare bones concept of taking whatever big meme is current and just animating it. Like there's a lot of people who will do reanimated things for memes, and there's even a lot of memes that are just animated memes. I mean, one example that some of you might have seen is there's a going meme where the video is just titled "I learned 3D animation just to make this video," and it's a dragon that is like it's the actual dragon from Skyrim that they animated to dance along with this weird remix of a Bruno Mars song, and so that kind of thing. Are you kidding? Why do we get so much of this spam stuff? At least I'm following chat. Why is it's not? I just want to press the button. Are you serious? It's not even letting me press the button. So it's much worse when I can't actually even press the button to ban this person in chat. There we go. And I appreciate the enthusiasm. I can't think of a username, but your comment got immediately removed. That's the crazy thing. So we have, ma'am. Oh my gosh, okay. I gotta help the cat for a second. She is like having an issue. Cat just had a huge sneezing fit. That was wild. We normally don't do anything about it because it's normally like she'll sneeze 3 times, but she just sneezed over 10 times in a row. So that was big. I don't know what the spams. You know what? Here's the thing. I'm slightly afraid that the spams are targeting us. I don't even know how they find a specific stream in general, but part of me is wondering if this is a type of stream that's more easy to target because we have the chat literally put onto... Okay, I can't think of the username. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but a lot of the words you're using in your comments right now are in our automatic censor list, and so your comments aren't being shown. So, sorry, but... And that's the crazy thing, right? We put words in our censors. Like, for example, words that are in their username. But for some reason, YouTube doesn't stop their username from being shown, which is the dumbest thing in the world. So, like, can't think of a username? You typed in their username, and it got censored in our chat, because we have one of those words in our censor. But it doesn't work for their username, which is the dumbest thing in the world. I think the YouTube censors should work on people's usernames, because that is such a horrible exploit. Yeah. But sorry, that's why your comments aren't showing up, is because it's automatically getting, but I'm partially worried that just because we have the chat on screen, it might make this a stream that is more, like, desirable to hijack like this. And I'm afraid that means we're going to have to do a slight redesign and remove this on screen. What do you guys think about that? Would that be the saddest thing in the world to remove the on-screen thing, or does it not matter because the chat is always next to the video anyways? Let me know what you think of that. But I feel like that's the solution we're going to have to go. Oh no, you're so upset. Yeah. Alright, okay. Well, let me hear a couple of other people's opinions as well. It's just tough, because at the end of the day, you guys can right-click those usernames and hide them from your own view, but I can't hide them, like, I can't quickly hide them from this down here, which means that they're now permanently being kept in a stream video. Like, when you rewatch the stream, they're always going to be there. Even though I removed them from chat right now, and if you rewatch this video, they will be gone in the chat, but they'll still be in the actual video file, which sucks. We just got hit by another bot. That's 2 streams in a row. I tell you, man, so I did research since the last stream to see what we can do about these kind of bots, and basically we can do nothing. Like, YouTube's live streaming systems just have no solutions. There's just no solutions here for what we can and can't do to prevent that kind of thing. Because all they're doing, by the way, yeah, we'll see. I mean, it might be that we just have to try it out for a little bit, and we'll see if that solves the problem, but I just don't know how they're finding us, and I don't know how... Now that it's... Yeah, it is, right? Okay, first off, Smoker, that is the funniest way to ever refer to that. Whew, that is... That is a very smart and witty way to refer to that. I appreciate that. But yeah, no, it always is. But so, you know what? Here's what happened last stream. The reason why they kept showing up is because it was more than one user. They had more than one account with the same username, so that's why they kept popping back up. So I'm able to ban one, but then they just have a new username pop up. And it's the same name, they're doing the same spam. So it's like, we can't actually stop it. The only solution is to actually have like a moderator actively in chat watching it like a hawk. Which eventually I guess we might just have to do if we get big enough. Yeah, it's a different one this time, but yeah, another one. So it's like every stream now we're going to probably deal with this.
Sorry, I can't moderate because I'm busy.
At this point, I think our next thing is, since you are busy, you're going to be busy in every stream, and that's just the truth. So
honestly, after this week, I'm not going to be.
Well, we'll see what happens, but in the future, I'm not against potentially opening up like setting up a form for people to apply to be a stream moderator.
Yeah, but then they have to be here the whole time and all the things.
They do, but some of these people are here every stream. And so it's something that I'm tempted to do is we might set up a what's the word I just used? I just said an application form, basically. And it's something that other YouTubers and whatnot do just to generally get like moderator status is you'll go through the application, and if you give all the right answers and we can see that we can trust you with the responsibility, then one of you might become our moderator.
The windows look awesome.
Oh, good. That's awesome. What's my favorite game? Ooh, that's a big question.
That is a big question.
That's tough. So it's kind of tied between a lot of different things. Oh my gosh. So I feel like I have to give you multiple answers because there's not one answer that'll do justice. For the longest time, I'd say my favorite video game's Portal 2. Portal 2 has an amazing storyline, a mind-boggling, awesome system of how the puzzles are solved. It's just an amazing game overall. My favorite series would have to be the Super Mario series, though. Super love the Super Mario series. It's remarkable. All right, let's see. Actually, this needs to go faster. It's gonna be a much quicker transition between. Weep. Weep. All right, so it goes there. And then we need to have a smile. Alright, so I'm going to put a keyframe here. Actually, I'm going to put a blank keyframe. And we're going to transition. Outside of that, I've got some recent video games I've been playing. So my current favorite... I have played some of the Big Little Planet games, or Little Big Planet games. I never played a whole lot of it. Mainly because I never got it on my own console. I always actually played it at other people's houses, when I was at friends' houses and whatnot. I don't know, I guess I just never got... It was fun. There's just some games I never got into, right? Like that game, I never got into the Halo series. I know a lot of people loved Halo, but I just never... I don't think her smile should go up that big. Let's do it here. But I never got into Halo. I'm trying to... Ooh. I'm just going to do this with line work. Ooh. Hey, yes, Battle for Bikini Bottom or Hydrated is fantastic. that is a fantastic choice. But yeah, and then today my favorite games are, honestly, right now I've just been playing a whole lot of Elder Scrolls Online, which is my very first MMO I've ever played, and I am addicted. I am loving that game. It is very, very fun. I'm a huge fan of Skyrim originally, and so now this is just a multiplayer version of Skyrim, basically, and so I've been having a great time with that. Alright, let's see if we can't get this mouth looking correct. How thick should these lines be? I don't know, how thick was the other ones? These lines are 4 pixels thick. We're gonna do the same thing over here. 4 pixels thick. You never played Halo? Your brother loves Halo, and he would often ask me to play with him. Yeah, I feel like I've played, like, very few, like, I've played a couple of the... Where's my... I can't see the line I'm drawing. A couple of, like, multiplayer matches in Halo. I played a lot more of Call of Duty. We actually had Call of Duty on our systems. I think the class... I mean, I've only ever played the classic ones. I actually haven't played... I haven't played literally any Call of Duty at all in the past 5 years, honestly. I just haven't. Maybe 4 years. But yeah, in like 4 years, I haven't played Call of Duty. And that's partially due to the fact that, like, I don't even have a PlayStation in my house right now, so it's like I don't have any of the consoles, and I wouldn't play Call of Duty on a PC. But I feel like I just don't have that kind of... To play those games, I feel like it's more of a game of opportunity. You want to play a Call of Duty when you have the opportunity, when you have a console that, you know, it's good on, right? Because Call of Duty is a game that you want to play with a controller. You don't want to play it on a keyboard and mouse. So I guess when that opportunity arises and you have the right console for it, yeah, that's when you want to play it. But it's like I haven't had the need to or the desire to, especially because those kind of games are also a lot more fun with couch co-op. When you get to play with a friend on a couch, like that's the best that those first-person shooters are. And, well, I don't have anybody who would come over to my house to just play a game like that. Granted, a lot of them have swapped to online play. Like, these days, most gun games are online play. And I do play online with friends, but right now we're playing The Elder Scrolls Online is what I play with friends. That is where I am with my gaming. Yeah, but outside of that, classic games, like, when it comes to the Mario series specifically, Super Mario 64... best game. Super fun. I love Super Mario 64. That is a fantastic game. And I think I've covered everything there with my gaming. Yeah. The Lego games were really fun. I feel like they're not something I revisit very often in my life. Like a couple of years ago, me and my wife, we played through the Lego Harry Potter series, and that was really fun. I know that they just released, like, the Lego, like, entire Star Wars saga, so maybe that's something that'd be worth playing through again, but, actually, it's not even again, because their new saga that they released is an entirely new version of the game. Like, they entirely remade all of their levels and everything. It's a brand new game that still goes through all of the movies again. So that's interesting, is that they've now... I feel like they might have fixed a lot of the problems with whatever the original games had, because, man, if there's any game that had a lot of glitches, the Lego games had so many glitches. I have not played... Well, you know what? I actually did! I can't believe it! Wow! I have played the Yellow Avenger on the PlayStation Portable. We had the PlayStation Portable. Holy moly, was all of the games on the PSP the most janky games in the world. Like, the PSP... for being a handheld console, was one of the least reliable handheld consoles. Like, PlayStation just doesn't feel right we can change topics when you come up with a new topic. I'm replying to you guys, so come up with a good question and I'll answer it. You're offended by my my critique of PSP? Listen, I enjoy the PSP, but it always had a weird vibe. I feel like the PlayStation in a portable format had a very funny, odd vibe where it's like, let me see how this looks. Okay, there's a weird, let me play with the timing of this. I'm wondering if this is good enough for her smile. Ooh, it's a little fast on the end there. I might make a transition frame. Is that good? That's pretty good. Here, I'm gonna do a quick little, this is one of the best animation little tricks that you can do, is just kind of like slightly shrinking it right before the frame where it rests, so it looks like it eases into that position. So it does a little boop, it just eases in. And I'm gonna make one more transition frame right here. So I'm gonna make a transition frame, and then hopefully this will be nice and smooth between the whole. Make this line up in between the two, and that's basically how I do a transition like this. Your favorite Xbox of all time is the X360 one. I don't know why I said X360. Neat. Yeah, that's I never really played all that much Xbox. In fact, the most Xbox controller that I've ever held in my life has been recently, because I use Xbox controller for my PC. Like, I never really played Xbox. We weren't an Xbox family. We were a PlayStation and Wii family. It's always funny how we got to stay away from the console wars. Like, everybody was all like, oh, it's Xbox versus PlayStation, and then there was just Wii on the side doing its own thing, not in competition with anybody else. It was just, they were them. But like, there was that huge battle between Xbox and PlayStation. It was super funny how that, like, what side are you guys on? Are you Xbox or PlayStation, or were you not on a side and you enjoyed both? They did a collab with SpongeBob in the Avatar shop. That's fun. I didn't know they had a newer model. I thought Xbox One was the most recent. Who is your idol? That's an interesting question. Who is my idol? Jesus Christ. I mean, I don't really have an idol. Let's be honest. Like, I could say, in certain respects, obviously Steven Hillenburg is an easy pick, but like in reality, I've never stopped and considered it. You know, like I don't have in my life the mentality of looking at other people and trying to be like them, per se, which is maybe interesting considering how many people I have been inspired by. Like, I would say the closest thing I could say to an idol would be, like, I am heavily inspired by the early, like, Freddie W. YouTube journey he went through. I'm heavily inspired by the current day Corridor Digital, you know, how much Corridor Digital as a YouTube brand is. I feel like MatPat with his YouTube channel, like, I'm heavily inspired by YouTubers, and I feel like I look up to these other YouTubers and I see what they do and I'm like, I want to be like them. So if that's perhaps the closest thing I could say that I am to having some sort of like person that I look up to in that respect, it would be other YouTubers, and it would primarily be MatPat, Corridor Digital, and to some degrees Mr. Beast. Like, Mr. Beast has become an incredible force in the YouTube ecosystem. So yeah, that's probably the closest I can say to that. If I even think a little bit harder, it's like, yeah, I feel like at the end of the day though, I'm not a person who has idols. I just don't. Like, I don't idolize other people all that much. I don't like look at other people and be like, yo, they are everything. I'm not a huge fanboy of, at least not currently, I'm not. I guess back in the day, I was like a huge fanboy of David Tennant's era of Doctor Who. I like built a lot of personality around David Tennant's like Doctor Who for a long time, because I was a big Doctor Who fan. But that's maybe the only point in my life that I ever had a kind of fanboy personality or mentality in my life. I don't think I ever had another one like that. Outside of the fact that I guess the majority of my young adulthood, not young adulthood, just being young, I'd say between the ages of like 6 and 14, I emulated my entire personality around SpongeBob himself. So that's the other kind of half of that, I suppose you could say. Oh, you're kidding. Are they back? Yep, so that's the funny thing, is they're not back. That's just a brand new account. It's a brand new account with the exact same username, and they just plopped right back in. You're fatherless? Yeah. This sucks. All right. Well, let's move on. I blocked him. We're gonna move on from there. Who my favorite Doctor Who was? Definitely the 10th Doctor. David Tennant's Doctor Who was my favorite for sure. Favorite anime series? Your favorite is Bakugan. I don't watch a lot of anime, so I can't give you a good, like, if I watched more, then I would be able to give you a good, like, judge of multiple, but I've seen so little. So I don't actually have a favorite anime series, but I do have a favorite anime, and that would be Spirited Away. The movie Spirited Away by Studio Ghibli. Or Studio Ghibli. I know a lot of people pronounce it in different ways. I will pronounce it the Americanized version, I think, is what Ghibli is pronounced. I think Ghibli is the correct way to do it. Did I jump scare you with my laugh? Sorry about that. But yeah, guys, at the end of the day, I'm sorry about the spam bots, but there's literally nothing we can do. The only thing I could... So here's another thing I can do, which also, like, literally all of our options suck. They're not good. We don't have good options. But one option we can do is I have the ability to... Why is this doing this? I want the tongue to be colored pink, not the full face. Something didn't get connected here. Why is it not connected? Connect. Come on. Now it's not even filling in anything. What? There we go. Finally did it. So one of our options that we have is that I can make chat subscriber only.
Boo! I'm showing Jarrell your play button because he's never seen one in person.
Fantastic!
Ta-da!
Yep.
400,000?
Yeah, we're just only like
We're already
halfway
close.
to the million one. It's
That's really good.
yeah.
And that's our...
That's cool.
I'm just showing off a little bit. Girl.
That's fair.
She has allergies on her. I know we painted this wall, which I think is really cool.
Oh yeah. This is a fun wall.
Sorry, we'll let you stream.
Thank you.
Alright. And then in here...
We have curious interest and curious curiosity was just, we got a showcase there. Hey Lewis, welcome to the stream. Yeah, Bevo, yeah, you told us that last stream. It's pretty cool. It's not, dude, like, it's the unfortunate thing is that, like, so here's our other option, right? Our other option is we can make our live stream chat subscriber only, which means that only subscribers to this channel can chat and stream. But there's two weaknesses to that. One, hi Lewis. One is that the big problem with that is on most live streams, that actually is horrible on live stream performance. Because a lot of people who will show up on a live stream, if they see that it's subscriber only chat, they're not gonna subscribe. They're just gonna leave the live stream. They actually won't interact, you know? So we have, okay Lewis, you can stop spamming. Thank you, hi. Let's not spam. A lot of people won't interact with the live stream if they see it's subscriber only. So that's one weakness, is actually we'll be shooting our live streams in the foot, in that, like, we aren't gonna be able to grow as fast because people aren't gonna interact with our channel and they won't stay for streams because people just, look at this. So now we've made a smooth animation. This is very smooth now. We have all the in-between frames. This is perfect. The only other thing that we could potentially do is animate her pupils to, like, look around as she's swimming. And so we might do that next.
Hi.
Hi. How you doing?
I'm good. The windows look so good. It's a green screen.
It is a green screen, yes. Oh yeah, your shirt's green.
It's got some green on it.
Who is who? Who is the real life human or the character on screen?
Bevo, you know who I am. This is not the first time I've been on the camera.
Yes, this is my wife Katrina. You know her. What's the scariest thing you've ever watched? Good question, actually. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the scariest thing I've ever watched
Have
is.
you ever watched the Wrong Turn movies?
I have not.
Oh my gosh, those are... I don't know why. My friend Stephanie, if you're watching, I know she's not. I would go down to her house. I know this was a question for you, but I'm gonna answer it.
Go for it.
I would go down to her house because she lived like 5 houses down. She was my best friend for a very, very long time. And her and her sister were obsessed with those movies. And it was like the concept of it was like a horror movie. It was like you take a wrong turn. That's why it's called Wrong Turn. You take a wrong turn, and you get stuck out in the woods, and there's like these horribly disfigured, inbred people. They genuinely were. I'm not being mean.
Oh, okay.
They genuinely were. And they like would,
specifically according to plot.
yes, they were according to plot. They would attack you and kill you. And there's like a bunch of them, and they were scary, especially when you were a kid. And we would do the stupid thing where we watched them at night for a sleepover, and then I would be awake all night. Yeah.
You know what you just reminded me of? Okay, one of the scariest things was there was a Nicktoons Halloween period that they had.
Man. Also, friggin' the House of Villains, the House of Mouse, House of Villains.
I'm gonna have to look this up on YouTube. It's like there was this one bit where we had
Nickelodeon. Uh-oh. Chat. What happened?
I put chat on a different screen because I wasn't able to actually ban that person unless I put him on the other screen. It was the weirdest thing in the world. Yeah, Mighty B. It is an older Nicktoon.
Mighty beep, 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 beep. I watched Mighty. Oh, get up. There we go.
Yeah, I don't think I can find... I feel like it's gonna be totally gone. So 100%, I'm remembering something that is probably one of those like lost elements of lost media kind of thing. So basically, there was a special period around, you know, where they had Nicktoon Halloween like special thing, and there was these commercial break bumpers that they did that were animations from the different shows that weren't in any episode, but they were all Halloween themed. And there was one specifically that was Rugrats themed, where Chucky from Rugrats, he like hears something under his bed. He looks under, and he gets freaked out, and something reaches out to him and pulls him under the bed. And like that's the whole little bumper, and then it just goes like Nickelodeon, and then it goes to some random other thing, whether it's a commercial break or whether it's another show. You remember that? Yeah, that freaked me out. That specific one. I don't remember any of the other bumpers, but I know that they had other ones. I know that other shows had little things, but they legitimately had a bumper where Chucky from Rugrats got pulled under his bed by something underneath it. And the fact that Israel remembers it, I don't know when it was. You know what? Maybe I'll be able to I can't find footage of it on YouTube, but I might be able to Google it. Nicktoons Halloween. If I type in bumpers, it might actually find it easier. Bumpers. Where can we find it? I need old ones though. Their modern bumpers are just like logo bumpers. Oh, somebody posted on Reddit. So somebody posted on the internet, on a forum, about around Halloween of 2010, they were watching Nicktoons, and there was a disturbing bumper. It featured the character Bessie from the Mighty Bee skipping across the screen, moaning like a zombie, but drawn as a hyper-detailed, grotesque zombie, yeah. Her glasses would fall, revealing her lifeless eyes. That's crazy, what? And other people are saying that they've seen this too around 2010. A series of Halloween bumps that are now lost. Oh, they're literally lost media. Yeah, I recall these being viewable on the official Nickelodeon website. And here, let me actually pull this on screen. This is what I'm reading. SpongeBob Zombified Bump was also on YouTube for a while. But they were old 2010 October broadcasts. Here, if I go back to Google, let's type in 2010. I don't know what inset is. A little girl coloring. The monster said that it had snacks and then it grabbed him. That's so funny. I forgot that detail. But yeah, I'd say it's one of the scariest things, because as a kid, things are just scarier in general. So I'd say the scariest thing I've ever seen, for the most part, is the stuff I saw as a kid, because you're more scared as a kid. Yeah. Is this potentially... Is any... That's... These are like 5-second ones. Oh, no, those are just logo indents. I don't want the logos. Alright, we're probably not gonna... There's no way... If it's lost media, there's no way we're just gonna find it on a quick Google search. Yeah, they're straight up shorts. There was a Fanboy and Chum Jum one. There's a Mighty Bee one. This is such a funny thing to remember that exists. Fanboy and Chum Chum one, yeah. Apparently at the end of the Fanboy and Chum Chum one, Chum Chum falls off the couch and falls apart. Oh my gosh. There was a regular Invader Zim one. What a weird part of history, huh? Where Nickelodeon just straight up tried to scar children's memories. They brought back the Rugrats one as a 3D animation? That's funny. I did not see Secret of the Hidden Temple. I did not see that. That's funny. We are making, yeah, we're working on our parody video for, oh gosh, I just clicked so many things wrong. Everything unsnapped. We're working on our Avatar, The Way of Water movie trailer parody. And Bessie here is just a side character. She only shows up in like 2 shots. But she's still in the video, and we still have to animate her. So we're doing our pupils really quick. I actually think this will be easier if I convert it to a symbol. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and animate it there. So we're going to have her look to the side. Around here, we'll have her look left. And then I'm going to have her quickly look to this, like, up again. We'll leave a space. Oh, not a blank space, just a space, please. And then one more little transition of sight. And now we'll go ahead and do some tweens here. It scares you? The scariest thing you ever saw was on a JChaseFilms stream, or whatever, JChase stream. And it was a cartoon character. Alright, easy in and out, cubic, and then we'll do another ease in and out, and we'll do an elastic for this one. Let's see how this looks. She's swimming. Perfect! I'm happy with that. Simple head animation. Now we can animate the actual character. Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. We'll delete this. We'll go back out. Awesome. Danger Foy. Oh, I can't say words. This is how tired I am. As I'm just running, I can't say words. I also feel like, in general, my hair is just such a mess. I might legitimately put a hat on. I don't think I've ever been seen on the internet with a hat. Well, okay, that's not true. When I played the character of Clive, I wore the adventurer hat, and that's probably the only hat I've ever worn on the internet. But legitimately, I am just like feeling like my hair is bothering me. It's getting in my face. Ooh, you know what I've got? I've got something cool. This is a limited edition hat. I'm a huge fan of Corridor Digital, and this is a limited edition hat. Look at how it's slightly green, and so it's like being... it's green screened. It's a gray hat. I can't believe gray is being green screened right now. But this is the Corridor Digital logo. It's their special. It's got green underneath it, which is even funnier. But when did I get this? I wrote underneath it. This was from 2016. This is a limited edition. They had it only for 2016. But no, not standardly a hat guy. But bam. Snap back, eh? You always wanted that hat? Wait, you wanted this specific hat? Are you a Corridor Digital fan? Yeah, this was their limited edition. I actually never got their standard one back in the day. Am I a YouTube? Yeah, boy, I'm a YouTube. But yeah, I feel like this is worse on stream because of the green screen element. But yeah, it's green with envy, man. We did hear about that. I think we're not going to talk about that just because it's a generally depressing topic in general, but we've covered that in previous streams. We have talked about that. Still can't think of our username. Help! Your username just slowly becomes like a full pair. This just makes me look like I don't have a head anymore. I feel like this is not the hat. I love this hat, but I just can't. You know what we can do is I can turn off my green screen element. Let me just turn off green screen. I have so many. I want you to see how complex everything is on my streaming program. Like, this little box right here is all the layers for what you guys are seeing on stream. And so I have to go down to, where is it, under right bar group, and it's the Elgato Cam link. And it's actually not that. I actually need to go to filters, and I need to turn off my chroma key. Perfect. All right, we're gonna be without a background for a bit, just so I can wear my hat in peace. It's a lot of layers, man. It's complex. I need to organize it a little bit better because they give you organization tools. Like, I have started to I've got some folders here. Like, I've got my on-screen text folder and my right bar group. Like, when I shorten the folders, it's actually really condensed. But my color organization doesn't make sense for myself. Like, I've got this random purple, gray. I need to make better color organization. Right now, it's just really not organized. You quite literally have the most perfect username ever. Literally. Disney is starting at Cartoon Network's. That's interesting. Also, how'd you get the YouTube emoji there? That's cool. How'd you do that? When I copy it, it just says UYT. How'd you do the YouTube emoji? That's cool. Alright, let's go ahead and throw this into After Effects. I want to have the head only. We'll export this as an actual animation, and the other layers we can do. Yeah, I see you bragging. Wait, maybe it's a I see. They have multiple of them. I see now. I found it. So I guess this is where whenever we get custom emojis, where they would go as well, is they'll be in this little menu. Why do they have a sanitizer emoji? Oh no. It's so, like, out of the, they have like 14 emojis here, and so many of them have to do with COVID. They have like a social distancing emoji. That's funny. Oh, they have the elbow bump? Why is like half of their emojis they give us just social distancing based? Alright, this is scene 10, and it's the head specifically. AVA 10. And I'm so not used to seeing myself in a hat. I like almost never wear hats. This is also bringing me back to high school, man. This is when I got this hat, was in high school. AVA 10, and what is this, her head? Alright, we're gonna export that. I don't want to see my emojis anymore. The monkey is cool. The construction monkey is nice. Pineapple pizza, I know we're still missing the pineapple pizza. The emoji face next to the text gets you... Yeah, I figured it out. I appreciate it. Yeah, we need our pineapple pizza again. What was the limitation to getting emojis? It was like big, wasn't it? How to get emojis YouTube live stream. I should have put the word custom. YouTube gaming emotes. They're an automated bonus for people who become members to your stream. Ah, you have to become a member. Well, some of you will do that, and that's okay. And I think it's based on how many members I have, yeah. So we get more emotes, the more members we have. It's crazy that they don't... So here's how it works, apparently. Is, hey, it's this guy. Is this guy's website? Stream Scheme, yeah, this is his website. No wonder it's his video playing on the corner. If we get 2 members, then we'll have 5 emote slots. Is there a limit to the member? What's a YouTube membership like? YouTube member cost. All YouTube memberships cost $5. You can upgrade to a membership at higher tiers. You can't custom set it. The most common base tier price you can expect. Okay, if I can custom set, yeah. Prices will vary by creator, but the pricing is ranged. Okay, this is what I do. When we finally get monetization set up on the streaming channel, I'm gonna set the member price to 99 cents. It's gonna be $1. Are they back? Thanks, guys. I mean, when I'm active in chat like I am on art streams, I'm able to deal with them. I'm basically moderator for art streams. Also, it's impressive, by the way, that my lighting is at a certain distance right now where I can have a brimmed hat and it's not like causing too much shadow. Like, you still see my face despite my lights being up, which is funny. Yeah. Thanks for letting me know. Let's not let them get us angry, though. We can't let them... Listen, everybody. We are stronger than them. We are stronger. We do not negotiate with terrorists, okay? We will shut down the bots, but we're stronger. We can't let them beat us, okay? When they make us angry, they win. We can't let that happen, okay? We have the power. We are the strong ones. We have each other, the Chase clan. But yeah, so whenever we actually do end up having memberships available on YouTube streaming, I'm gonna make them $1. That's it. Because first off, if they're cheaper, that means that more of you can be a member, which means that we can have more emotes, right? That just because at the end of the day, I just want us to be able to have these emotes, and if it's 2 members, that's only $2. Easy. Easy. So, we'll figure that out. Okay, put that back up there. And I don't know if there's also emote tiers, but like... Yeah, well, here's why they do it, is because they're horrible people and all they want to do is hack your information. That's why. They're horrible people and they're legitimately trying to hack your computer, so you can't trust those websites, obviously. Obviously.
Oh, you have a hat.
I do have a hat. My hair was annoying me.
It does, though.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how beautiful.
Ooh, that's a clean window.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's like the window's not even there.
That's what I said. Gerald thought you were very nice for the brief second that he talked to you.
Oh, good.
I tried to overtake him, and he threw it back at me.
Oh.
I know, right? I'm like, bruh.
Ah. A little higher.
I'm short. Oh, okay.
There you go. What a classic Krusty Krab pizza. Krusty Krab pizza Nutella. Did you watch that earlier, or did you just watch that because I said it earlier in stream? Nutella. Hey, Alan Becker. His stuff is great. I haven't seen all of his. I've seen his like stick figure. I've seen his original like first 5 sticker figure ones. Oh, maybe it's not even stick figure. I've seen his animator versus animation videos. I don't know if that's the same one that you're talking about. If there was on person in Bikini Bottom, would you banish to the Shadow Realm? One person I would banish to the Shadow Realm. Probably either Bubble Bass or Kevin the Sea Cucumber. Those are the 2 people I think I would banish to the Shadow Realm. And if I had to pick one out of those 2, probably Kevin the Sea Cucumber, because in the later seasons, Bubble Bass has been redeemed as a comic book nerd character instead of just being a jerk. So it's nice to have a character that's like, he's redeemed himself and he's useful in new seasons as being your nerd character. It's interesting that they picked him, you know. It's basically copying The Simpsons because they have their fat nerd who's the comic book nerd, and now they've turned Bubble Bass into the fat comic book nerd, which is funny. All right, so we're gonna now export each of these just as like an individual image. Hey guys, I got pistachios, and they're pre-shelled. I don't have to break the shells. It's just nice Pistachios. He's dummy thick. Question. So I love pistachios. I like saltine crackers. What's your guys' favorite snacks? You know, they can be salty. Well, let's talk about salty snacks first, then we'll go to sweet snacks. But what is your favorite salty snacks? Like, do you guys like chips? Do you like crackers? What's your favorite salty snacks? I'm huge on pistachios. I'm huge on saltine crackers. I'm very big on I can't even think of it. The big tube with the guy. Pringles. I love Pringles. Pringles chips are amazing. Mmm. Jalapeno flavored crisps sounds good. I don't have salty like snacks too often. It's pretty rare that I'll have salty snacks. Bubble Bass would eat Kevin. 100%. This is like those Pokemon battles that people make animations for. We just have a battle between like random characters in SpongeBob. Oh, I'm going to the wrong file. Alright, we're going to go renders, animation renders, and then... No, where did I put this? I actually need to make a new folder, because I don't want to put it in the head. So new folder, AVA, 10, other parts. I have to render out each, like, limb separately. Alright, I'm going to copy the location of this, and we're going to call this, right arm. Save. Cool. Why is that one held for review? You just typed in emojis. Like, what's wrong with that? Apparently, the automatic system I had did not like that you typed in 2 emojis. Onion and sour cream? Very good. Love onion and sour cream. That flavor, oh my gosh. I also like the sour cream and cheddar. It's a very good flavor on potato chips and whatnot. Just good old popcorn with butter. Hey, that's classic. Katrina is a huge fan of that. You know, her like late night snack will often be just popcorn. Popcorn, highly salted popcorn. We are quite big on salt. We like salt. You know, when we go to a Mexican restaurant and they give you the chips and the salsa, we salt our chips. We will intentionally salt the chips to get them extra salty before we will start dipping the salsa and cheese dip. Love cheese dip. Alright, wait, I copied the location so I can just paste it now. Cordial just told you to. Doritos do look like Phineas's head, of course. They are the triangle. They are the fun shape. Yeah, I mean, honestly, what is the most fun-shaped chip? I'd say Pringles is maybe the most fun-shaped chip. You could argue that if Doritos is... Or, not Doritos. Sorry, I meant Doritos is the most fun-shaped chip. You could argue that if Cheetos are a chip, Doritos are very fun-shaped. What's the most fun-shaped chip? Yeah. My favorite cookie? That's a very good question. Oh, this is like where you start wars. Like, there's so many kinds of cookies. My favorite cookie is a Jaffa cake. And it's kind of crazy, right? Like, some of you might not even know what that is. It's a kind of, it's not even an American thing, too. It's a more foreign cookie, but, it is basically here it is. This is a Jaffa cake. So what's the description of it? Can it give me the... Okay, so it's got a sponge... It's a sponge cake as the main part of the cookie. And then on top of it, it's got a chocolate coating, and that chocolate coating holds in something in it. I like it, you know, you'll have normally jam inside there. I'm trying to find an HD image here. Here we go. So there's a little layer of jam under the chocolate. These are amazing. You can have so many of them, and they're so refreshing. You never feel like overstuffed or you had like too much sugar. Like, you never feel lethargic after eating Jaffa cakes. Love Jaffa cakes. Second place, Oreos. Oreos second place. They make a baby duck and an egg and they boil it alive. I've heard, yeah, no, there's a there's a lot of weird food in the world, you know? I think one of the most common ones that people like to make fun of is the immediate, like, oh, in France they eat monkey brains or whatever. Like, if you look hard enough, there's weird food everywhere, but at the end of the day, it's not common. There's not, like, millions of people eating that. It's like, oh, you've got weird rich people who decide to waste their money on the weirdest food in the world, and yeah, that exists, you know? Anything you could imagine, probably somebody eats, and it's weird, and it's almost pointless to continue to talk about it just because it's like, well, you're bound to find it anyways. You're bound to find a weird example of food somewhere in the world in some small section. Spam. That's a good one. Favorite drink? Tough, actually. I'm gonna sound like the most boring human being to say water. Water isn't my actual answer, but I will say, in general, being an adult, water is insanely refreshing. I find myself wanting water more than I want other things. Recently, I've been getting into like fruit punch juice a lot, but when it comes to sodas specifically, Sprite is my favorite soda. And so there we go. I've given you 3 answers there, but soda, Sprite, and so Sprite, water, and juice, mainly fruit punch and orange juice. Those are the staples of my beverages. What layer is this? This is, I can't even, this is one of her legs. We'll just call this leg 1. But yeah, that's my big beverages. My top 4. Yes. Water, my worst enemy. Pepsi is good. I used to be a big Coca-Cola fan, but I think today, between Coke and Pepsi, I actually prefer Pepsi, I think, these days. Something is weird about Coke these days. Like, it hits my teeth and my mouth in a really weird way. I feel like it gets coated. Like, I don't like how Coke feels after you drink it. Honestly, I have the leg. I can just copy and paste the leg. Alright, then we have the whole thing. We can move it to After Effects. My favorite vegetable? No. Huh. I'm gonna have to think about that. That's actually a big question, because there's so many good vegetables. Wow. I think in Bikini Bottom they have different kinds of water, right? Because Goo Lagoon is actually goo, not water. So I think they... I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to, like, again, it's really hard to give you a top 1 because there's so many different vegetables that are used in different ways. Like, if it comes to, how about this? I'll give you one answer, but I'll give you it for different categories. So I'm gonna say raw vegetable and cooked vegetable, because that's very different. It's so different to have a raw vegetable be good versus a cooked vegetable. There's some cooked vegetables that are very good, but they're horrible raw, right? So favorite raw vegetable is probably broccoli. I think it's crunchy. It doesn't have too strong of a flavor that you would get annoyed with it, right? Like, it's very nice, refreshing, has a very small water content, and probably one of my favorites to dip into ranch. So broccoli, probably my favorite raw vegetable. Cooked vegetable, oh man. Cooked vegetable might be like squash, because squash can be turned into so many things. Like, we'll put squash and we'll turn it into basically a pasta and stuff like that. Yeah, raw broccoli is totally safe. I mean, I don't know if they do something special with it, like, from the vine, but yeah, raw broccoli, they'll put it into like dishes of just appetizers, basically. It's like it's kind of like an appetizer. It's what it's treated like at parties. Veggie straws are awesome. I do enjoy veggie straws. Yeah, good pull. It's actually been a while since I've had a veggie straw, but they're quite enjoyable. I do enjoy a good veggie straw. For those of you who don't know, veggie straws are a small, it's a chip brand that are made from vegetables, and they have these very fun shapes. You know, if we go back to talking about fun-shaped chips, I think veggie straws actually are highly in the run for fun-shaped chips. All right, let me see if I can pull up an image for you guys. So that's a veggie straw. Veggie straws, they're square. They're square-shaped straws. And I will say, like, brilliant on their part. Because I think the entire veggie straw brand is made for, like, hey, they're selling this to parents who want their kids to eat healthy. That's all they are. Sure, that's also for adults too, but I feel like the biggest market is suburban moms who want their kids to eat healthy. And that's probably the biggest market of people who buy these. And so it's brilliant to make them this shape because as a kid, they were fun to eat. They were really fun to eat these, even if their flavor was not quite the same as the full junk foodie versions. I think that this brand was insanely smart in picking their shape because it was very fun to actually eat those chips. Favorite food beverage? Clarify what you mean. Like a beverage made of food? What do you mean? I think I didn't get to answer one of your questions, though. Oh, you guys have a lot of really good questions. First off, who's the #1 animator? Pick one. You guys, this is actually hilarious. If you're just going to say animators, James Baxter. You might not have heard of him. He's actually an animator who works in real cartoons. I'd say I'm not going to do the Google for you. Google it on your own. But James Baxter, he has animated for a lot of shows, and he's done some... If there's ever been a moment in a cartoon where you're like, whoa, that was really smooth, it might have been done by James Baxter. One example, who've seen Gravity Falls? In the intro animation for Gravity Falls, you know the intro title card sequence? There's one shot where Dipper is holding a lantern. He swings it around, he gets scared by like a skeleton thing, and then he freaks out and his hands spin and the lantern flies up and gets snuffed out. That shot, most of us would look at that shot and be like, whoa, that was a really smooth shot. That shot was animated by James Baxter. He does all of his animation the way that the classic Disney movies were done, with like on paper. Like he would draw it out and then flip the page and then do the thing. Like he did it all traditionally, and then his traditional animation would be converted into regular computer animation. So James Baxter is amazing. All of his animation in every project he's ever worked on has been done in traditional animation with a pencil on paper, and it's impressive. So yeah, and then that's a fun fact about that one bit from the Gravity Falls intro. It's I think the shot that everybody remembers from the Gravity Falls intro because it's like it's the smoothest bit of animation in that whole show is in its title card. All right, let's bring in these. Oh no, I don't want these to be brought in like that. All right, we're gonna... Do you guys want to switch to lo-fi music or chiptune music? What's our next playlist I'm gonna play? In fact, let me put up a poll. Oh shoot, no, yeah, okay. And if you don't know what that means, lo-fi is relaxing music. Meanwhile, chiptune is like video game music, like old style video game music, like from Game Boy era. So that's our two areas. We can go really relaxing or fun and upbeat. That's hard to find, Bevo. That is hard to find. It's not copyright. Most of them are. Alright, looks like for the most part lo-fi is winning. Alright, we'll skip over to lo-fi. We'll start off with our lo-fi SpongeBob. Alright, here we are. Here's our lo-fi. And now, Kelpie G. Yeah, Chex Mix is good. I like Chex Mix. I feel like I like the sweeter Chex Mixes more than I like the salty ones. The salty ones are still good, but I really like the sweet Chex Mix. You know what's funny? Wait, I think there's a lo-fi KLPG that I found on YouTube at one point. Yeah, here we go. Somebody made a lo-fi KLPG. You like it? So you were scared. You told us that you were worried about it when you were jumping in, but things have been good. Also, I'm like off camera. I hit my wire at one point. We'll play the KLPG in a bit. This is a bop. Absolutely. 100% bop material. Alright, so we're going to flow down to the side. You're going on a trip for reals this time, so you'll not be able to make it during the live streams. Alright! Well, you have a good one. I hope you're safe and hope everything goes well. Alright, let's see if we can get maybe an ease in and out here. Okay, that kind of works. And then we need to just generally... Okay, I'm going to have it go down again right around here. But it needs to have a downward motion. So we're going to go down and up like this. Let's see if this works. Alright, before we continue with our music, let's go ahead and play some lo-fi KLPG. You guys aren't hearing this. Wait a minute. I need to fix something. That's so funny that you guys can't hear this because I don't have all of my computer sound working for you guys right now. Oh, does he have it on Spotify? What do you call it? He called it Salutations, My Dear Children. Here we go, we can play it on Spotify. This is perfect. There we go. Now it's working. Good! And now it's integrated into the stream too, so it's much better to play it off of Spotify anyways. Oh, your cat's in the hospital. Oh man, sorry about that, dude. Okay, I'm gonna add a top layer here, because the motion here is we've got moments where it's supposed to go fast and moments where it's like flowing, and I can't do that just with one set of keyframes. So we're gonna have to go ahead and set up a kind of multi-keyframe system. Alright, and then if I'm just going to change these handles, kind of make sure everything is flowing. Alright, well now that this is on Spotify, we need to add this to our stuff. I'm going to add this to my standard streaming music playlist. This is good. Minecraft Aquatic update. I don't know why she looks weird. I might have goofed. I might have done something wrong, but I'm not sure. I need to have her get bigger in the frame. There we go. That looks very flowy. That looks like it's underwater. Alright, so now what we can do is I think we should be able to just parent her body. Like, looks like an actual bee now. You can parent the body. I need to change the actual point where it's connected. And then we can just rotate this. Okay. First off, hi, you look sus. Haven't seen a chat before. That's a pretty... Yes, of course, but that's a really kind of inappropriate question in general. I don't think we should... I like all people. If I'm going to just clarify this now, I'm absolutely... I like all people. I think all races are amazing. And no, I do not have any discrimination or preferences. So let's not talk about that, and I feel like ranking people by race is definitely a weird thing, so we're not going to talk about that, okay? But to answer the question, because I'm not upset about answering a question like that, yes, I like everybody. Everybody's awesome. The world is amazing, we're filled with a lot of amazing human beings, and... yeah. I was not expected to get asked that question. Alright, and now that's... Nope. Sorry, buddy. You're out. You cannot just tell me... You can't just say something racist like that and not get not banned. Yeah, I know, right? Like... I think it's the first real life person that I've actually hidden on this channel before. The first non-bot. Hey guys, we're getting even bigger! That was wild. Today's stream is wild, huh? Hopefully I didn't just misinterpret what they said, but yeah. Let's move on. Very wise, Israel, thank you. I think it's the biggest, actually, you know, that's a funny concept to even talk about in general, is the concept of leading the conversation in a live stream, right? Because let's be honest, I mean, I have no control over chat. You are all a bunch of people interacting with chat. But I am, as the entertainer and as the basically almost presenter, right, on screen, I have this element where I have to figure out how to work through it all. Yeah, we reached 500 subs. It's good, but it's always funny to kind of have to work through the things, like, especially when there's a lull in conversation, and I just have to, like, invent something to talk about, which is why I always appreciate your good questions. Like, when you come up with good questions, you guys are helping me so much, because it's so hard to do the thing on stream. It's so hard to do the thing on stream, and also think of things to say sometimes. That's a skill that I'm learning and getting better at. Yeah. But yeah, thank you for the congratulations. We reached 500. Oh, you know what? I'll tell you what, one thing. If we do have to remove this on-screen chat part to help with the bot problem, I will replace it with, like, subscriber notifications and stuff. Because that's something we don't have right now, is I want us to have subscriber notifications. I want us to have our subscriber goal. There's a lot of different setup stuff that I think we could still fit in our live stream setup right now. Like, we have the bottom... Where is it? It's over there. There's a little empty space down there that we could potentially put a subscriber goal. We could put the subscriber notifications above my head right here. So I feel like we still have the space. But there's things that we can do. Oh, hey, we're going, man. We're flying forward. 500? That's just the start. We're getting to 1,000. I feel like, so wait, what did I say the goal was? Was there gonna be a goal? I think either when 1,000 subscribers, our goal might be we're gonna play the SpongeBob movie game, or we might do it sooner. I do want to do that. Why do you ask? Do you have a faster way? Do you know somebody who already has? If you can make that easier for me, I would love that. Alright. I hid his comments in chat, so we don't have to worry about him anymore. Man, man, today's been funny. What a funny day. Literally, I'm on like a smaller amount of sleep than I normally get. Oh, wait, I'm moving its position. I don't have a position keyframe. Like, I'm fully in like just edge of my seat reaction mode for today's stream. Today's been fun. Today's been fun. I'm gonna be honest. I've been having fun today. Oof, Among Us is not a good game. Oh, hey, we got the chat united on one thing here. Yeah, Among Us at the end of the day, it's fun in small doses. I'll say it's. Oh yeah, hackers ruin any game. That's 100% true. But yeah, Among Us is quite fun in small doses. Like, I've played it once in my life. You're so okay. You guys want to know a funny story? The only time what I used to edit. Let me answer that in a second, Doug. Hi, Doug. By the way, I'll answer your question in a second. But let me finish my story. The only time I've ever played Among Us, one time in my life, one day of my life, it was my bachelor party before my wedding. So all of my groomsmen, it's like the bachelor party for a wedding. We're hanging out, we're playing a bunch of board games and video games, and one of them's like, yo, you ever played Among Us? I'm like, no. It's like, let's play Among Us. And so we all together, a group of 7 people or whatever, we we all play Among Us on my bachelor party. So yeah. It was enjoyable. I mean, playing it with those guys was quite fun. It was Garrett. Yeah, Garrett's the one who recommended us play it. Well, Israel, apparently since hackers are so bad, I recommend to not play it until you're playing with a big group of people that are not hacking. Like, eventually we might do an Among Us stream. That's probably... I'd recommend don't play Among Us until we do the Among Us stream, just because playing with randoms is just often a risk in any game. It's just like, you can have people who are ruining the game, being not fun, or... It'll be a lot more fun, especially when we have chat and whatnot. Alright, I feel like her body doesn't look like she's reacting at all. So let's go ahead and, like, give her some motion here. And I might need to ease in and out of everything. We'll listen to this playlist for a little bit longer, and maybe like in 3 songs I'll change it to some like Nintendo music and stuff. We'll go to our normal playlist in a bit. All right. So Doug, to answer your question though, we use Adobe products mainly. We also use Blender. We use Blender for 3D, but we use After Effects right now is what we're using right now. This is my compositing program. It's where I do all the fancy stuff basically. We use Animate to draw characters and to animate characters for the most part. Right now I'm animating in After Effects just because this one shot is easier to do in After Effects. We use Photoshop to edit photos. We do that to edit backgrounds. We do a lot of stuff. I've painted a lot of backgrounds in previous streams using Photoshop. Oh no, it's so big. Can I just like parent this to the torso? No, how do I do this? I'm just gonna have to, okay. Let's just, where's left arm? There it is. We use Premiere Pro. It's also an Adobe Pro. All of these are Adobe products, mainly because we get to save money, but why are they scaling? Oh, they're scaling at different sizes because they're both parented. We save money by having all of the Adobe suite at once, instead of paying for like a lot of different programs from different software developers. Only you? What do you mean losers? Literally every big YouTuber that you can think of uses Adobe. Mr. Beast uses Adobe. MatPat uses Adobe. Everyone uses Adobe. If they're not using Adobe, they're probably using Final Cut, which is also another paid program. Filmora, that's a good free one. Alright, well, let's not argue here. Doug is entitled to... Well, okay, the losers thing. Let's not use the losers talk, but... Doug, let's chill. Let's chill, okay? I will time you out if you don't chill. I'm in a mood today, man. I've banned multiple people today. I'm in a mood. I've got the power. I can... Let's chill, okay?
I will block you. And I'm so scary.
So scary.
Oh, your little background's gone.
Well, I turned it off because I have a hat that has green on it,
Ah.
and it looked like I was like missing part of my head for a while. And for some reason, even the gray of the hat was being edited out. All right, Doug. I mean,
I'm doing it.
you don't even have to because those are automatically not being shown.
Well, yeah, but
Look, oh my gosh, without animating her arms, this is such like cursed Flappy Bird. Oh dear. Oh dear. You know, it's one thing we actually probably need to do in the description of our streams is to have like a stream rule list. We don't actually have stream rules like set up.
I'm just gonna wait.
No, but I can refer to them. It's part of setting up that kind of like stream culture, basically. There's certain things that we all agree on that just helps to make sure that we have that streams are fun, right? Rules for streaming are only going to be there to make sure that we're having fun, you guys as an audience, and all that stuff. She is a bee. Now she's... You know what I could do? Wait, I'm going to do a thing really quick. This is funny. I'm going to go into the rotation. I'm going to add an expression that just says wiggle. And it's going to go at like 2020. I'm going to do that for both arms. Alright. And now, she's a bee. She's a bee! Oh my goodness, that's... I like how both of you had the same ooh response. Right away. There was a... a visceral reaction to that. Alright, let's remove that. Let's remove that animation. What I'm actually going to do is use a puppet tool here, because I want to bend her arm to make it look like she's actually, you know, swimming. Fricky! Ah! Got him quick. They're out. I got him out right as they showed up. Alright, just ignore him. If you see him, block him and ignore him. It's the best thing we can do. And again, we might just, I'm on it, man. My button, my finger's on the trigger. The band hammer is locked and loaded, man. This is just practice, right? Like when football players, they're practicing against the big thing, right? You know, they run up against the that big, whatever it is called. I don't know what it's called, but like a block guard or whatever. It's a big foam thing with the bars, and they like tackle it and they push it across the field. This stream is my practice stream, okay? All these bots, they're my tackle guard, and I'm running at them full force. They are out of the JChaseFilms club. Oh my goodness. You guys have been doing great, by the way, keeping up a positive attitude. I know it's not fun to have to deal with bots, but I appreciate... They made a new account immediately. Alright. An exorcism. I'm impressed that perfect username that your comment actually didn't get auto, because that word is one of our censored words. What happened? No, they're all spelling it right. It's
naked.
Yeah, naked is in our censored word list, but it's not getting removed right now. That's interesting. Gosh, oh great. What else could happen wrong in the stream? Our entire censored word list gets I did kick them out. They are kicked out. The problem is they're making more accounts. Each time they show up, it's a brand new account with the same username. They're just exploiting the system because there's nothing we can do about that. Alright. Like, The only other thing you can do, guys, is like you can intentionally right-click those 3 icons and report. And if you just go back and report each of these for sexually explicit material, do that, and maybe the person who made those accounts will get like shadow banned from YouTube or something. That's our kind of only option. So every time a bot shows up, click the 3 little dots next to their name, press report, and most of the time, you pick whatever makes sense from the list. You'll never be in trouble for reporting an account, just especially when it's a bot. Alright, we'll change our playlist now. We'll change to our standard playlist. Not this song, though. There we go. Oop, I didn't mean to close that like that. Well, don't. First off, it'll just get auto not shown because we have censors in place for curse words. Oh, okay. Well, you do you. It's your real life. Just don't annoy anybody else in your house.
In your hat.
No, we can't yet because we have to hit 1,000 subscribers to do that. We have to do 2 things. We have to hit 1,000 subscribers, and we have to get 400,000. Sorry, not 400. 4,000 hours of watch time.
400,000.
Yeah, 400,000. If within 1 year period we get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, then we can actually have donate buttons turned on for streams. I can't censor usernames, man. That's the worst part. YouTube doesn't let you do that. Dumb. Doesn't make sense. Alright, so this is going to be pretty easy just to animate straightforward.
Hi.
Because all I have to do is just... Oh, she actually reaches forward a little bit first. So we're gonna... Alright, so this is the full out now. I mean, I actually don't doubt that those bots could be a real person. You know, there's a real person who's actually setting up the bots. Because I feel like at this point, it almost feels targeted. Like it's 2 streams in a row, and it might just be a person who's seeing the fact that, you know... It might also not be. There's also legitimate bots that have been set up as AI to go and find stuff. And... nice. Doug, you have now been banned. Or not banned, but at least your comments won't be shown anymore. Because you can't actually ban somebody. All the people we ban can still watch the videos. That's the funniest thing, is you don't actually get to ban people on YouTube either. You just hide their comments. But, hey!
Stop.
No racism! Stop! Jeez, guys, how hard does it be to be a decent person? And yes, we got you. Perfect. Exactly, yeah. So, for you guys at least, especially if we end up moving the stream, like the chat off of stream itself, you guys will still see the chat on your own end, but being able to remove them from your own view is an important thing. And that's also partially why I think it's going to be valuable, because here's the thing. The chatbots only know that they've been blocked because of this visible. If they can see that their comments aren't going through, they just make a new account. So if this is not on screen, they won't know if they're not visible. Because when you type in your comments, you actually don't know if you're not visible or not. So that's a good reason why we might remove chat on screen, is because the bots won't know that their comments aren't being seen by you guys. You're good, boys. You won't do anything bad. I appreciate that. Let's continue to make a character swim, huh? Legitimately, we're doing like the most innocent thing in the world, just animating a cartoon character over here. Okay. Maybe I should also animate the rotation of the shoulder, because I'm not sure if... Also, how loud's the music? Music good? Yeah, we're still in our good... Well, we're a little higher than we normally are in the music. There's been a lot of flooding going on, yeah. Yeah, should. Legs we have yet to add. That'll be the last thing we add. It'll probably be the easiest, but I'm working on the arms, which are going to be the hardest. Making these quite right is going to be interesting. You know what? I can't see all the stuff I'm doing. I need to make this bigger so I can see the keyframes. I wish it didn't show all the extra stuff. Okay. It in the middle here is. Let's do the main frames first, and then I'll do the middles. But it just stops. All right, she goes out. She revs up again. Ready for another swim. Mario Kart music is so great. It's probably out of this whole playlist, the Mario Kart music is my favorite. It's so good. Alright, and then out again. Yeah, they do that too. They, dude, you just can't trust anything on the internet, man. Especially if it's like free Minecraft, you know, like you just can't, you know. And it's you have to learn the specific websites that are trustworthy, you know. Like Planet Minecraft is one website that you can trust, but just don't click any links on it that bring you to a different website. That's when we get tricky, right? Because then you might be on a trustworthy website, but then somebody puts like a website link in a description, and then it's like, oh, that's not trustworthy. How did your arm get flipped? I feel like it's not what I want. Oh no, but it's a little too late for that now. Oh no, her arm is rotated wrong. Alright, how's this look though? This is better. Honestly, I might even say that that's done. Her arm needs to be below her head, though. Oh, yeah? I mean, if you can send me the name of that song, I can make sure it's added into our streaming playlist. Has he hit 100 million? Is that recent? Mr. Beast. Oh, yeah, he just hit 1 million. Does he have a special video for it? Not yet, but I bet you he'll make a video about that. That's wild, dude. It's only been like, what? 2 years since the Mr. Beast versus, or sorry, not since the there was the PewDiePie versus T-Series, right? That was only a year or two ago, and that was when they were up in the 100 million mark. And in that time, Mr. Beast has made it there himself. That's remarkable. That is amazing. I appreciate it, Jacob. I put it on because my hair was annoying me.
Take it anyways.
No, he ain't at 1 trillion yet, but he will. The smile every time. Yeah! Alright, let's add the legs in and then we can do the background, which will be quick. We're almost done with the shot. This shot is really close. We will have to do some compositing to actually make the background look good. But I'm probably going to start by copying the previous background we already had for the other shot with Bessie. And we're going to see if we can work with that and make that our starting point. Okay, I feel like actually for the legs, it might make sense to have them go opposite directions from this angle. Yeah, that kind of looks good. I feel like that makes sense. That looks, because she's almost in a front view. It's just that her head is tilted. So we'll parent these up to the torso. So now they're at least going to follow the body, but we need to animate them a little bit. I have no idea what to animate them with, like, because when you swim, you kick. How do you animate a kick in 2D like this? Oh dear. Rotation. I'll just, you know what? I'm just gonna rotate it up. He's not a bot account. At the end of the day, man, he looks nothing like the bot accounts we've been dealing with. I feel like bot accounts are very obvious. Let's be civil. JK. We got ya. We understood it as a joke. Alright, how do I refer to you when you change your username all the time? I think I'm just gonna have to call... Okay, your common link is that you always have the word username in your name, so I'm just gonna start calling you username. That way you can keep changing it, and I don't have to be like, oh gosh, what do I call you now? I'm either I'll call you username, or I'm gonna, like, give you my own name. Like, I'm just gonna say, like, you're the unnamed one or something. Makes you sound like a monster from like a build like a no, what's it called? The Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark or something. The unnamed one. Yeah, I mean it's only been the last 2 streams that we've even been dealing with bots. So, I guess once I pass that 500 subscriber mark, I must have hit some sort of list or something. Like, I'm easier to find on the algorithm, and so the bots who are just surfing the algorithm find me. Honestly, this ain't the best leg animation for swimming, but it works. It's somewhat convincing. It looks a little weird. I have no idea how to fix it, though. Not without a lot of custom animation and weird stuff. Mike Wazowski. Okay, well, we're going to move on to the background and also incorporating these foreground characters. I feel like for the foreground characters, oh, we should add her eyelashes. Let's go ahead and add her eyelashes. And eyelashes have been added. Yeah, it does. Dude, Yoshi's Woolly World, it's crazy. Like, it's so funny how they went with an entire, like, country music vibe for a Nintendo game. Or not, yeah, no, it's very country. This is literally, like, steel guitar. Steel guitar is being played in the background. Foot of a Ferret talked about, yeah, no, I can definitely see that Mighty B would be in a list of forgettable cartoons. But I mean, actually, not even. I feel like there's other cartoons that are actually forgettable, like, Tak and the Power of Juju. That is so forgettable. Like, I think somebody in a previous stream reminded me it existed. So, that's the funny thing. You are correct, Comic Wiz, is that these songs are copyrighted, but because they're video game music, think about every single game content, every video game YouTuber that you've ever watched. You hear the gaming music in the background, right? So gaming music is never caught on YouTube, ever. And so a lot of people use gaming music in their regular video edits just because, at the end of the day, gaming content is like half of all YouTube content, so... yeah, no one does anything about it. And the gaming people... there are some specific games that, like, their soundtracks, they do crack down on YouTube, but Nintendo is not one when it comes to edited videos. When you have something going over the music, they don't do anything. When you just republish the music on its own, they crack down on that hard. So, if I wasn't talking, and it was just the music on its own, they might actually do something about this stream. But because I'm talking, because we have the sound over top of it, they don't do anything. It's all good. Alright, I'm gonna put this into a general... oh no, I don't want to make a shortcut. Okay, here, I'll put a big bow for Bikini Bottom in it. I don't know which one you want. Here, we'll add this one into the queue for now. The next song will be a Bow for Bikini Bottom song. All right, let's see. Where's that? Where's my folder? Where's my folder? It didn't make a new one? I wanted a new folder. Here it is. AVA 10. Other fish. I had a lot of files, dude. And that's all for this one project. That's all for this one project. And every time we do a new project, it starts like, it starts out we have no files, and slowly it builds up as we work on the project. Okay. Sparkleton and Pull-A-Straits. I'll see if I can pull those up. I'm gonna check Spotify first. I found somebody did a cover of it. It won't be the actual thing. I won't be able to pull in the actual thing until I do some work on downloading it and getting it onto Spotify myself. But we'll add that to the queue, just so I can hear it and what it sounds like. It's also a cover, so who knows how good it is. But... Oh, and this is another cover made by the same artist. Alright. So, Israel, both of those songs are in our queue on Spotify. They're made by some other person, so they won't sound exactly right, but it should be the same, obviously, song. He's not a bot.
Jonathan called me a monster and now I'm sad.
What?
He changed his username again. His username is Jonathan called me a monster and now I'm sad.
Oh, I was looking at the actual words that people typed. I couldn't, that's so funny.
That's such a funny username. Some people are just so witty.
Mm-hmm. Jacob, chill.
If there's one moral.
If there's one more. We have rules, okay? We make... Our chat needs to be good. We will silence those who are needing to be silenced. End of story. I'm wondering if I can export this. You know what? You know what? I've got a solution. I'm just gonna put each one of these as a different frame. I do not. Haven't ever done any actual chum bucket art. No.
It's not really
Oh. Be a good boy. Everybody else can handle it. Society only works when we all work together.
Time stop changing usernames because it's not funny. It is funny. I think it's very funny.
It's funny. So it is good, but it's hilarious how I don't notice when you change your username. I'm always looking at the words people are typing and not people's usernames, and so it's like that's the last thing I notice is when you've actually changed it.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, Katrina's helping me actually recognize when you're changing. You're changing it fast.
Now, so.
Do you have the like YouTube like back end open on another tab for you to change that so quick? I'm surprised that you can. I'm surprised it's letting you change it that quickly. That's really fast response time. How are you changing it?
He's not gonna tell us.
A magician never tells their secrets.
Yeah.
He's a hacker.
Man, we got bots and hackers.
Bots and hackers. Come on down to the JChase stream. JChase streams. We got bots. We got hackers. We got everything. And most importantly, we have zero restraint for ban. Okay, here's your cover. Sounds nice, I like it. He's cranking 90s, Mr. Squidward. Alright, let's add in some background stuff. Well, actually, maybe we should do the background before we add in the fish, because I feel like the fish will move at the same pace with the background. You know what I don't have? I've never digitized our pre-made sand art. We made all this art so long ago, and I never digitized it. So what I'm gonna do really quick is do that for one of these because I need to have some of this sand underneath.
Are you gonna use the
underneath
printer?
Bessie. No, I'm just gonna take a picture of it. I need my
Printer
phone.
might be better
It might be.
because you can scan it directly to your phone.
Can you do that? Because I've never done
Do you want to learn?
it. Sure. We're gonna learn how to make a printer scan.
I can't just always do everything for you. So first, you're gonna open it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take this document out.
No, Lalo and Friends is an artist. This is some people who are actually who did a cover of this music.
Screen.
You close the screen.
Go to the app.
Uh-huh. The app that I don't think I have.
Well, that's a you problem.
It has reverb, that's funny. I'll get the originals for future streams.
Enter scan, and you scan.
That's pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then it does its sound.
Oh, wait.
I do like the music though, it's nice and chill. We are scanning. Hey Keaton, hey Jack. Welcome. You like the cartoon music?
Jack might be new. You don't remember it.
I have not seen a Jack before, no, and if you...
And look at how nice it looks.
Oh, that looks really good. Awesome. If you could email me that...
I'm gonna email it to
Thank you.
Do you want it as a JPEG or a...
A JPEG would be great. Nope. The music just stopped. There's 4 more seconds of it in there, but oh well. Okay, let's go ahead and see if I can find that previous shot where I had animated her into the water. Here it is. Okay.
There you go, Stu.
Thank you. All right, we're gonna pull in all of this. All of it. Yeah, it ended very abruptly. When I get the real track, well, it won't do that. The music was just tired, guys. I did not see that trailer, no. Wave 2 of the Mario Kart 8 Booster Course. Dude, I haven't even gotten Wave 1 of it. I haven't played Mario Kart in a while. Maybe might be something fun for stream. Let me see if I can find my web browser here. Isn't it like all... like from DS or something? Wave 2. Oh wait, actually you guys can't even hear my YouTube, so it doesn't matter if I have it open. Okay. So this looks like some brand new tracks, huh? Let's go ×2 speed through this. Okay, cool. Oh, hey. That's fun. Very nice. That's a good track. Mushroom Gorge, heck yeah. Okay. From Mario Kart Tour, that's funny. Waluigi Pinball, nice. That has a good music, if anything else. New York Minute? Oh, from Mario Kart Tour. Be funny if they added in the tracks from, like, the Mario Kart, like, arcade machines that you can find at Chuck E. Cheese. Is that what Mario Kart Tour is, or is Mario Kart Tour the iPhone app? Yeah, Mario Kart Tour is the app. But it'd be really funny. Have any of you ever played one of those arcade machines? The Mario Kart arcade machines, they're fun. Backyardigans!
The backyard.
Whoa, what a pull, man. Yeah, the underwater scenes are based off of a realistic, quote-unquote, look at Bikini Bottom. Yeah, so our next community game night is going to be...
Well, I guess it's next week, huh?
Yeah. I guess it's actually our next stream. It's the first stream of the month is every time we do a community game night. So our next stream is a community game night.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me.
You would have realized eventually.
I would have realized it, yeah. But yeah, perfect. Bye, JChaseFilms Club. Alright, let's continue working. Doo-doo-doo. So I'm gonna oh, that did scan very well. That's awesome. That's so cool. Okay.
Yeah,
That's no. Now I know that is so much better. This is the painting we did, scanned in through our printer. I guess that went to my downloads folder, which I have a very messy, unorganized downloads folder. Date modified. This one. Cool. Oh no, we're gonna cut that, and we're gonna paste it into. Images, background, well, it just textures. Paste. Perfect. All right. Ooh, look at that. All right, I'm gonna try to warp this a little bit, so we're gonna go ahead and do power pin maybe. Power pin might be our better choice. Oh, not on her.
Yeah, Israel, he needs to clean up the table from that today. That's on his list.
Am I? Is that on my list today, the
Oh,
table?
yeah.
Really? Out of the whole house, we need to clean up a folding table?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh man, that's a little bit too warped. That's the funny thing about the SpongeBob floor backgrounds is they honestly don't get warped with distance. It's like they just end up being the perfect texture that they are. So this looks good. We'll keep that as that is. You know what I can maybe do? Oh, I'm gonna do wave warp here. I'm gonna add this on top. Make it really wide. And this is going to give us a horizon that's actually cool in shape. And the wave speed, I want it to be 0. It's not going to move at all.
Dennis, I'm going to answer your question because I have a really good answer for this question. So, this might be before a lot of their times. Because we're old. But, there was this Game Boy game. Game Boy Advanced. And it was a Pooh Bear game. It was lit, man. You went through the 100-acre woods and you solved all kinds of puzzles. I had a little notebook with all the cheat codes in it. Pooh Bear. It's here somewhere. I just don't know where it is.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. My favorite would be just, again, Super Mario 64. Kind of the same thing I said earlier with just general fun games. Is, yeah, I think childhood, it lines up. Oh, maybe. You know what? I might change my answer. My favorite childhood game is actually also a Game Boy game, and it's going to be Super Mario Land 2 6 Golden Coins. It's a long title, but it's a good game. Had a lot of car rides with that game. Alright, let's go ahead. Time freeze. I need to time freeze this, please. Time freeze it. Perfect. Alright, and now is it animating at all? It's following 18, and 18 is that one, so if I just go in here, I can turn off all that. Oops, I don't want that. Okay. Hey, well, happy birthday yesterday, Zach! And hi, welcome to the stream. Good to have you. I hope your birthday was wonderful and everything went well. Okay, let's go ahead and put this on top of everything for now. Cartoon Network Racing Game Boy, that's fun. JJ man, that's new. JJ the man. Oh, is it like JJ the jet plane? Is that what you just referenced? What another weird reference. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, man. Dude, as a toddler, I watched JJ the jet plane. I still vividly remember there's an episode of JJ the jet plane where they meet a hummingbird. That's the only episode I actually remember from my consciousness. Like I was like 4 years old or 5 years old. JJ the jet plane hummingbird. If I look this up, it's gonna look exactly like I probably remember it in my brain. Oh no, I forgot how cursed JJ the jet plane looked. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. Nice. I like how it's not even findable. Like the hummingbird scene is just not gonna pop up. It's a character. Oh no, I found its Wikipedia page. Fan wiki. He appears in 3 episodes. Gosh. Could you imagine just a stream where we just watched JJ the jet plane? Oh, yeah, I did. I'm so happy so many of you watched JJ the jet plane. I would not think you guys would have seen that. I would have thought that that would have been kind of lost after my era. That's cool.
Some of them are our age.
That is true. Some of you guys are my age.
Israel's our age. I know that.
Yeah. Awesome. Welcome back, studio. Yeah, Thomas and Friends is less creepy than JJ. Thomas and Friends also had a lot of different iterations. You know, you've got the there's like a new animated version or whatever, which is like go back to the I love when they did the old school and it's like the actual track trains, or at least animation that's representing track trains. What am I was getting a little confused at what I was looking at here. We're gonna go ahead and oh, you know what I can do? I can duplicate this up, and I can have it fade in between. So we're just going to have the transparency go from full to none. Haha, that works. Alright, then we'll go here, and then pull that to the end. Perfect. How was my day? My day... Dude.
You've seen his entire day.
I don't think Zach's been here for the whole stream. But today's stream has been wild, dude. I know it's not really banning, but I've hidden 5 different accounts from today's stream. 3 of which were bots, and 2 of which were actual people who just decided to be rude, horrible people. We don't appreciate rudeness and statements against people of ethnicity, belief system, ideals, political ideology, any of that. But people decided to make comments like that, and yeah, so it's been entertaining. It's been an entertaining morning, to say the least. Hey, we got our Kelpie G back! Love it. Alright, let's get some of this stuff above the ground.
It's always the ones that say that they're nice guys that'll come out and get you.
Alright, I'm just gonna have the entire scene covered with this. Actually, can we put this in front of her and get her slightly blue? Ooh, I don't know, that kind of looks good. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Alright, we're gonna transform... Flip horizontal. We now have to build out a kind of underwater scene, so I'm just gonna... Oh, that's big.
I like that your fans think I'm funny.
Because you are funny. What do you mean?
I am. Quite funny.
Alright. Yeah, his day was my day's been crazy. It's been a trial by fire kind of morning. Especially since I was up late last night. We both were, but like I set up the entire stream 10 minutes before we started. Like most of you guys noticed that I didn't have the stream ready on the YouTube page until 10 minutes before we started. It was just like last minute, like throwing everything together.
Number 1 comic. We're
We are married, yes.
Number 2, I'm not. I should be though. I'm too busy making.
No, she's not a comedian.
I'm too busy making YouTube videos.
Sounds like you're blaming me for that, huh?
Uh-huh.
Let's get these flower clouds in here too. Where'd they go?
Whee!
Flower cloud. Let's put that one through this. Oh, I need that behind the coral structure. Thank you very much. And other flower cloud, we would like you as well. Ooh, let's change the color of this one though. That's not what I wanted to look at. Layer, solid settings. Hey, you're a good comic. Oh,
I'm
oh
just
no.
sassy.
It just closed all of the programs I had on the top screen.
Yoy.
Need to open up everything again. I have the camera in the worst position. I have to like look around the camera just to see my icons.
Clouds. That's a good one.
Clouds. Hey, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Could you get me some more water, please?
Oh, somebody needs more water.
I need a little more water, thank you.
Always need more.
Ain't she great? Can't we get a round of applause in chat for my wonderful wife, who is just the best ever? Absolutely phenomenal. Read your second comments. Those a weird comment to read. It's just never gonna let you. Oh, great. Thanks. Thanks. Really? You gonna go around here and rickroll me like that? Behind the coral, yes. Yes, yes. Alright, I think this one might look good in like a blue flower. Maybe something close to this. Ooh, you know what? An aqua? Yeah, an aqua looks good. Awesome. Very good. Okay, we need to add more of the rocks. I know that... So I did an uh-oh when I designed these coral structures. And the uh-oh is that they're not actually properly transparent. And so when I add these in, I have to mask them out, which is unfortunate. But you guys remember our like first art stream ever back on Twitch when we made these? Nice. Big applause. It's very good. You were So this is what I have to do. Actually, you know what's fun? Masking with the mouse is not as... Thanks, hon. It's not as actually smooth as doing it with the pen. This feels a lot more comfortable as actually using the pen here and doing the masking. Like, I'm able to physically drag towards where I want it to go. It's nice. Dude, so that's the thing, right? We were talking about what a meme channel would look like. And a meme channel, legitimately, would be like a place where we would animate SpongeBob doing a Rickroll. Like, that's an example of a kind of video we would have on the meme channel, is just, you know, reanimating memes using SpongeBob characters. You know what we would also do is, just so that we would have copyright rights, or at least half of them for the sake of a cover song, is we would have, like, our SpongeBob art, like, voice actor do the vocals. Like, or we'd have somebody do, like, an AI mix of it. But yeah, we would absolutely have like a SpongeBob version of Rickroll. Yeah, so that's the concept there. But we are not ready to start the Rickroll channel. We're not ready to start the meme channel just because we're still working hard on getting, you know, the streaming and getting the gaming channel set up and running. But once they are, then we'll work on getting that set up. Because every channel, obviously, the goal is just to be able to find a way that it works without adding too much extra workload for us. And that's the tough balance. Not easy tough balance. JChase Rickrolls! We just have like oh my gosh, what a niche channel. Like we just have a standard video project file and we just change out the main character in it. And it's just, we're just doing multiple Rickroll videos. It's just weekly Rickrolls, but with different characters. Oh, that would be so ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Could you do SpongeBob intro with Tink? Nah, not really. I don't think it's something we would do. I mean, on the meme channel maybe, but not anywhere else. Patch Rickrolls, I like it. I like it. I feel like, though, that's a good pun, but I think for shareability, we would have to do SpongeBob as the main Rickroll character. Rick Astley. I just called a musician a Rickroll character. I just called Rick Astley the musician the Rickroll character. Oh, I wonder what he thinks about all this. What does Rick Astley think about his, like, just something that he intended to be a regular romance song turned into a symbol of trickery? Oh my goodness. That's fun. Just unironically, that's funny. It's not a bad song. It's a good song. The ultimate troller in this scene. Ba-dum bum. Ba-dum bum. Boom boom boom. Oh, Super Mario Bros. Wii is such a classic game. Alright, we're gonna throw this back here. Gotta layer everything carefully. I don't even know where it's supposed to go. Probably back here. Awesome. Well, oh, and now I'm gonna have to make the camera move as well. It's like we're doing all this, and then we have to do the camera move. Let's do. I'm trying to figure out where it looks best. All right, well, that's good. We're gonna have this be a one behind the horizon. There we go. The stream is quite peaceful. Yes, we've hit the peaceful arc of the story. Bum, bum, da-dum. By the way, have you guys enjoyed? We're playing our classic playlist right now, but it has been nice to have some new playlists going through. We've been playing, I found that different music. I was curious if you guys were enjoying that kind of stuff. Is there a... How did I do that? I guess I dragged it out. I did the work without even, like, paying attention. And so I was like, wait, did I do that? That was really funny. Yeah? Good. What's been your favorite playlists? We had the lo-fi, we had the hi-fi, which is actually what we started today's stream with, is that kind of upbeat music. And then we've not really done too much of the chiptune, actually. So I don't think you guys have a good opportunity to even judge that one. Okay. Background is nearly set up. I need to set up right now, the last thing is this nearby bit of like coral or whatever. I need to set up that. And I think I'm actually going to use the arch, just really close up, and you won't be able to tell it's the arch. Alright, so we're going to put this probably like on the front here. Oh dear, it inverted. Oh good, your favorite one's still the Nintendo one. Yeah, no, it's there's something about this kind of music. It's just amazing. I didn't think about how much this was going to cover the side of the screen. I actually need to move the coral that's back here. Where is it? Yeah, let's move this. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's some three-dimensionality to it now. I might add... I don't know, this is really good. But I'm considering adding just, like, one more of these, like, kelps or tiny coral things. You can take a nap? Alright, have a nice nap.
That sounds like a good idea.
I mean, dude, it's okay if you nap. As long as the video's running, like, we're still getting the watch hours. We're building up to our 4,000 so we can finally start monetizing. Legitimately, if you guys can't even make it to a stream, like, we can break the system here. Just keep the stream open. Because... we have streams for 3 hours, so every individual person who's watching their stream is adding hours of time to our YouTube clock, and it's telling YouTube that we have a lot of viewers, and so It's going to be a lot harder to get the 4,000 hours than it is to get our 1,000 subscribers. We're going to hit 1,000 subscribers before we hit 4,000 watch hours, and so we'll be having to get to that in order to actually turn on monetization. But we can do it as a team. Yeah. And I appreciate the activeness. The activeness, that's just a fun bonus. You know, if you're active, I appreciate it. But you don't have to be. if you just have it turned on a phone. It helps a ton. We do need it. It's hard. I don't think any part of the like JChase brand name there is easily turned into
JChasers.
I mean, somebody JChasers. I mean, that's funny. I guess chaser as a verb. Yeah, that. I don't know. The JChase Club. Yeah, we said that earlier. That's not bad. That has an association with like Club SpongeBob. Club JChase. I don't know if that's better than JChase Club. Also, it's funny because we have the JChase and then like noun, and so JChase Club almost matches that. Oh, I like that theory. Oh, yeah, that's a good theory. The oil spills is the clouds. That's very good. All right, now I've made a mess of layers, and I have no idea where everything is. Like, this is so many layers. I have to figure this out. Okay, these are Bessie. I'm gonna turn them fuchsia. These are the foreground. I don't even know what this one is. That's just a color. Okay, we're not gonna edit that one. We'll turn that red. So this I need to follow. What do I want the background layer to be? I guess 26 is the. Oh, everything already is parented to 26. Oh, good. I don't know why. But we'll parent everything to 26. We'll parent these other two to 26 as well. Ooh, you know what? And then I'm just gonna make a new null layer and have 26 parented to it. Alright, we're gonna make this null, I don't know, what's a good color? Green? Green, that right? Oh, it's really hard to see green. Yellow, there we go, I can see yellow better. Alright, now we can animate the background. Yeah, it is a sad theory, but like, that's a fun thing. I do enjoy the SpongeBob lore of, you know, how much SpongeBob's world is just based off of human negligence to the oceans. Like, all of the Bikini Bottom houses are old radiators and old engines that have dropped down to the bottom of the ocean from being thrown away, and the fish converted it into houses. That's legitimately what all those big tube houses are, is just mufflers. All that stuff. Mufflers and stuff, yeah. And I love that. It's a very, very smart lore. Alright, I need to kind of like... Let's see, what's the camera... you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring this to the top for reference. This is going to be weird looking at it for a bit. But I'm going to put the transparency at like 50. And we're going to see both. Alright, so now that we have this like little... I can see what I'm doing. So the camera motion is mostly down to the left. We're going to start up to the right. Oh, the sand is not big enough. We'll have to make it wider. Alright, up to the right. And then down to the left. Oh man, wait. Down as in up or down as in down? Oh, to the left? I did it the wrong way. Oh, because they have a weird camera rotation, don't they? We have a two-dimensional cartoon. It's not 3D. We might just have to not do exactly what they did in the original. Yeah, the Bikini Atoll radiation testing thing is also another theory there, just because that's a thing that happened in real life. Yeah. Well, of course it did. I mean, at the end of the day, Steven Hillenburg, who created the show, he was a marine biologist before he was a cartoon creator. Literally, the reason he has all these references is because he is a huge, a huge ocean nerd. I feel like I'm familiar with War for Bikini Bottom, but I haven't seen it. No, is that a fan-made thing? That sounds like one of those. Yeah, I need to make the sand bigger. I need to now fix it because it's not ready for this camera pan. Where is the sand? It is... Oh, I hate my... Oh, I'm literally clicked on it. Alright. Pan to the other side. Why is there just black... What's going on back here? It's just like an empty void. Alright, well, we're gonna make this bigger. That way it just blocks more. Alright. Nearly done. All we have to do now is add the other fish, and this shot's done. Like 100%. I'm gonna watch it back really quick just to see if there's any camera move I want to adjust here. Man, it would be nice to add some bubbles in this scene. Let's go ahead and animate some bubbles. I just want some bubbles to, like, appear. Because I feel like it's a kind of empty scene otherwise. Craig McCracken decided to make another Powerpuff Girls show so he could finish the original. Interesting. Did the original not ever get, like, finished? Did it get left without any sort of, like, conclusion? I got chocolate. Yes. I don't know how to draw this guy. No, it'd probably be like that. Trying to do the chocolate guy. Doing the chocolate guy from memory is very tough. He's got like a kind of flat-topped head, doesn't he? Nah, something's wrong with his head shape. I don't know how to get the... From memory, it's hard to get the head shape of chocolate guy. I'm just doing this for fun now. I don't even know how to spell chocolate, let's be honest. Alright, well that was fun. Let's draw some bubbles. So you asked Studio... I saw you had a question, but I couldn't answer it because I had my mouth full of chocolate. You said, how long does it take to make these kinds of videos? It generally will take us, for a 3-minute video, 2 months. That is generally where we're lining up. And it's more or less depending on the complexity of each individual video. So, for this bubble animation, what I just set up for myself is just a bunch of empty frames. And what I'm going to do is just animate straight through. So we're just going to draw, like, some tiny bubbles that appear. I'm going to go to the next frame. I'm going to turn on my onion skinning. Onion skinning is a technique that lets you see previous frames. Like, if I just draw lines, you can see how the computer is showing me previous frames. And if I go back, the green is the next frame. So this is a way that I can animate straight forward with something like this. So I'm going to be able to see the last frame while I'm working on the current one. Ah, Wilt. I was forgetting who Wilt was. I was like, okay. So Brian Hall's going to meet Phil Lamar. That's really cool. That's neat. Yeah, 2 months to make 3 minutes of animated content. That is how we go. Sometimes you say, yeah. Yeah, it's the change, the language changing keyboards. That's a funny thing, yeah. So what I'm doing basically is kind of just creating more of these bubbles where I need them. This looks like a Shy Guy face. Alright, so where would that go next? This bubble would go up. I'm gonna have this bubble separate into 2. So it's gonna start separating now. This bubble's gonna continue going up. Maybe changing shape a little bit. Like, we'll wobble it. You're eating Oreos. Very nice. I'm gonna have this left bubble almost completely separate into 2 bubbles now. We'll have these bottom bubbles also float up. Alright, next frame. This left side bubble has now separated into 2 different bubbles. And you know what? Let's make this one also maybe start getting wonky. It's a bean! And I feel like the bubbles lose their size as they go up. They just get smaller as they lose air, and that's kind of just how bubbles work underwater anyways. I made this way too high. I need to push these down. Okay. I don't have the same video making prowess that you do, but I still do the best I can to make videos. Dude, hey, I mean, it just all comes with practice. Like, I've had... I mean, at this point, it's almost pointless to name years because almost my entire life have I been working on video content. Ever since I was 8 years old. So for... Oh, I'm not even good at math. For 16 years of my life, I have been working on video content. And so that's a long time to slowly get better and better and better. But yeah. It's a thing that comes with practice. Alright, let's see this so far. Ooh, look at that! That is it's very fast. But it's a very convinced... what if I just, like, make it last twice as long? That's good. I'm gonna maybe have to make in-between frames. I feel like it's very... bumpy. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. Actually, before I do that, though, I'm just going to finish the animation off by having these last bubbles disappear. Alright, and one more frame is probably going to do it for this. One more where there's just, like, dots. And now it's empty. Okay, so if I spread this out to twice the size, now I can go in, I'm going to make empty keyframes in between each one, which now I have to go and manually do this. I don't know if there's a faster way to do blank keyframes in between each one like this. Actually, there's probably a shortcut for it in there. Is it this one? Wait a minute. Oh, there is. I got a keyboard shortcut. There we go. And now, the blue is our previous frame, and the green is our next frame, so I can go ahead and make transitions between. Omae wa shinjuru. Alright, so this, it goes from the blue to the green, so let's just have that, and that. Oh, I have too many frames, I see. From the blue to the green? What? How does... Ah. Okay. So I actually did this wrong. This bottom one becomes this one, so we're actually gonna do this, and then make a couple of tiny ones down here. Alright, let's make... Ooh. That looks like the right shape. It's hard to kind of figure out these middle bean shapes of two bubbles separating. Unfortunately, no, studio, I don't think that would be possible. We rarely collab with people in general. I'm trying to start collabing with more people, but also we're collabing with people who have like certain types of specific content that they make. So not saying it's ever not impossible, but we do have like, we're trying to collab with a lot of bigger YouTubers at the moment, so that's just kind of the goal. But hey, who knows? Maybe someday. I just can't promise anything, right? Because the only problem, the only reason why I can't, is because if we start collabing with anybody who is a smaller channel, we will have everybody asking us to collab. And so there's like no balance. There's no way that I could just say yes to you and no to everybody else. And so that's why we have to limit ourselves to only people who are within like, you know, people who are within our same kind of status on YouTube. Which, it sucks, right? It sucks to even say no, but I have to. I just have to, otherwise we are going to have no control on YouTube. We're gonna have no control over, like, what people are, like, demanding of us. And so we have to put the bar somewhere. I highly appreciate your invitation, though. I do appreciate that. And I hope you understand. It's tough, man. Because I highly respect all you guys and all the stuff you're doing, and I know that you guys are in the same places that I was back, you know, 12 years ago when I was getting started, so, like, I respect that. I respect that grind and that growth. I appreciate the happy attitude. I think the bubble gonna be round. It's a good guess. It's a good guess for what the bubble's gonna be. Alright, let's see what we've got. Have I missed any? Oh, well, there's the big one. I feel like I made that a little too big. There we go. Bubble going up. Ooh, now we're getting complex. Oh, so I have to make a shape in between this one and this one. Which is probably, you know what I can do? Is I'm just going to make it over here and move it up. Yeah, that looks better. And now I'll move it into the in-between spot. There we go. That's better. That was a little easier for me. Alright, you have a go in studio. Spoderman? Underwater bubbles are sort of rough. Yeah. At the end of the day, I also, with the brush strokes, these are very rough. Let me actually just physically see what's happening here. So, boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Alright, so these three actually transfer up to those three. So that's quite the gap that they cover. I made this a little bit too fast. There's a couple of tiny bubbles that'll spawn at the bottom. That looks good. Alright. Now the in-between here. Alright, so this is a nearly fully separated. So what I'm going to do is do the same trick I did earlier, but maybe on this one up here. So let's go... It's like a maraca. Alright, there we go. That's gonna look good. And then one here. Oh, that's way too big. A little big, but I like the shape, so I'm gonna see if I can preserve the shape just by scaling it down. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Oh yeah, I mean, like, no real-life bubble is definitely a perfect circle. Because they got all the air turbulence and what, or water turbulence. Alright, so these three go up to a mess. They just kind of become everything. Okay. I'm gonna imagine that they rotate a little bit. It's the only thing I can do to make it make sense, because I kind of didn't think too hard about that when I made it. Oh no, never mind, they go straight up. Yeah, they go straight up. Okay, fine, that's easy. Alright. You... At least I did set this up right. It's getting, like, there's so many symbols on my screen, it's getting a little harder to understand what I'm looking at. Alright, I think... Oh, a bubble just appears. Okay. Well, let's just add a tiny bubble here, then. There we go. That solves that. I don't watch basketball. No, not really. We talked about this, I think, last stream. My favorite sport is probably American football. And that's just... no real reason, I guess. Well, no, the real reason was because of Super Bowl. That's kind of the only, like, time that I ever watched sports. I don't watch a lot of sports in general. I actually got to be on the sidelines of a football game once. Same thing for basketball. I meant to say basketball the first time. But, when I was in college, in my early years, there was... Here, you know what? I can actually search this up by year because of how that works. Let's go to... let's see, library. Can I just zoom out? Okay. Let's see, so this would have been a long time ago. Around here, 2017. Okay, let's see if we can find this. Should be really soon. Oh, it might have been earlier than this. But so what happened is that I volunteered at my college to work within their media department. And their media department worked on basically broadcasting all of the local college games that they did. Woohoo! We got one more person subscribed! See, that's why we need to have the little, like, on-stream stuff. We need stream notifications for when we get subscribers and stuff. But I volunteered for that. And, in doing so, I was able to go on the sidelines for a couple of our sports games there. And I was able to do, like, I was helping them film. So on the side of the football games, we were running up and down the field with the athletes. And our cameraman, he was getting the camera shot of them, the quarterback running through and all that. And my job was running behind the cameraman and making sure that the wire that connected his camera to the equipment didn't get tangled and caught. So I just had a loop of wire in my hand, and as we ran, I was undoing that loop to give more wire. And then whenever we were running backwards, I would actually pick up that loop, and I was actively looping it back onto my other hand. So we were constantly doing that, which was crazy fun. Later on, I actually got to work their microphone system. If you've ever watched any sports game, and the camera is aimed at an athlete, and you can hear them talking, those athletes don't have microphones on them. So how can we hear them so well? How can you watch TV and see an athlete and hear what they're saying so well? Well, it's because they have these very special microphones that work almost like, I mean, it's a satellite microphone, basically. I'm trying to find a picture of it. But it works like an actual satellite, wherein it takes in sound waves and focuses them on one central microphone. And I'm really trying to find this photo for you because it's a really cool photo. But I was able to be on the sidelines there, and it was crazy. I have this big satellite that I'm holding, and anywhere that I aim it, it's like so the glove is to help me not smudge my screen when I'm drawing on the tablet. So as I draw right now, you know, as I draw, my hand that's actually touching the screen is gloved, so I'm not leaving like skin oil and residue and smudging up the screen. That's what the gloves are for. But so it was like a spy piece of equipment, as I was able to aim at anybody like across the football field and listen to their conversation. It was kind of creepy, but also amazing technology. I'm really trying to find this. It was early on, like this was the very beginning of me going to college. But I also got to be on the sidelines of a basketball game, which is why this all was brought up. And in the basketball game, I was the person who was calling out the commercial breaks. I had no idea this was a job that existed, but basically, I'm standing on the sideline, and all my job was to listen to the referees, and anytime the referee called a timeout, I would radio in to the media department and tell them, all right, run an ad. We're doing it. And when they were done with their ad, I had to tell the ref that we're good to go. The referee was literally, I was the person holding up the entire basketball game. I told the referee when we could go. But it was also very, like, it was a strict thing. It's like, obviously, we have all these people in the stadium waiting to watch the game. So it's like, I can't just hold them back for no good reason. I actually have to be on time. It has to be right away. The second that their ad is done, I have to be able to immediately have the game get started so that it's broadcasted correctly, and that way I have no delays. Okay. So here is the picture of me with the microphone equipment on the side of the football game. If I can... So it's this giant, like... let me get the camera focused on it. It's this giant radar dish, and in the center was a tiny microphone. And so what happens is audio waves, like just waves of sound, would hit the radar, and then it all bounces to the center where that microphone is. But so it's like a crazy cool piece of equipment, and they use that on like all real, you know, where's the focus? There it is. They use that on real sports. You know, all real sports broadcasting has a similar device, and it's really crazy how that works. It should be only slightly later in my photo gallery here that I'm on the side of a basketball game. I don't know if I can find that though, because I have a picture. I took a selfie, despite all of the how busy it was, that I was always actively paying attention to make sure I could make sure that the ad breaks and stuff were happening on right time. I know I took a selfie at some point. Yeah, that one I might not be able to pull up, but it was nonetheless fun. All right, finishing up bubbles. Man, these bubbles go a far distance in this one bit. I'm just trying to find bubbles that look like they have the starting and end points that I need. This one here. Maybe we'll put one here. No, I never messed up, no. I will say, I guess the only time I really messed up was when holding the wires for the camera guy on the side of the football game. That's the one time where it was, because we had to keep going back and forth, like the entire football game. There's a couple times where I would mess up and I did get the wires tangled, and so like, it would yank on the back of the guy's camera and he almost fell over. Like, there was a couple times there. I never really messed up on the basketball game though. I was pretty good there in getting the timing good and making sure everybody was communicated with well. But it was cool. It was cool to see that world. It's a world that I didn't jump into, right? Like, now I'm a YouTuber, but not in that kind of media. But it was still very cool to experience, to kind of know how that all works. To see just stuff that happens every single day in sports media world. Alright, let's get these bubbles. Oh gosh, it's kind of hard to figure out where to put the bubbles here. Alright, there we go. I think that's it. I think we have a bubble animation now. Eduardo turned into SpongeBob? That's funny. That's the same voice. Oh, look how smooth that is! Oh, I was not expecting that. That is the power of straight-through hand-drawn animation, huh? That's cool. Remove the frames. Very happy with that. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and file. Export this as a movie. Animation renders. AVA 10. Bubbles! Michael Bublé. Alright, export. Yeah, no, there's a lot of cool stuff that happened in college for us. In media, I mean, there's so much stuff. You didn't do anything interesting in college? Mike Wachowski? I don't like that. Alright. I should be able to throw these bubbles in and just turn them white, and that should be good enough. Another piece of chocolate. Pretty soon, username. We're gonna be done with this very soon. I also just have chores around the house I need to get to, and it's lunchtime, so we'll be ending quite soon. Just wanted to add these bubbles in and whatnot. The bubbles add quite a good atmosphere, though. This is very good. I am such a silly person. I completely forgot the fact that there's so much of this that we won't see because of aspect ratio bars. I might need to re-set up a little bit of the framing here, because that's what we're gonna see. Okay, I'm gonna drop down the yellow cloud here, the floud. I want this stuff to be visible. Everything else actually looks okay. I don't think I need to change anything else. I liked Wee Bear Bears. I haven't seen any of Wee Baby Bears. Alright, I want this second bubble to go a little sooner. Right around here. Alright, let's check that out. That was good, but the bubbles were too much on the side. I want them a little bit more centered in this little space. Okay, cool. There we go. underwater. Yeah. So guys, this has been fun. I know, it's always the end of it, the popping out, the saying goodbye, but it's been a nice stream. I think I legitimately need to jump off before finishing this shot, so we're not gonna add in a little fish in this shot. I'll have to do that afterwards. But we did a ton here. This is basically the completed shot, right? Like, there's not gonna be much more special that you're missing when it comes to working on this. You guys got to see the coolest and most important part. So thank you guys for joining me today. You made it! You made it to the end, and guess what? It seems like the bots disappeared. That's fun. I don't know what happened. I don't know, like, what causes them to be here, but yeah, yeah, right? Like, something happened. But thank you for joining me, and guess what? Today I actually have my outro screen. It's actually working. It's real. I feel like we need sound effects, though. Whenever we have the transition, like, the entire, like, screen wipes, maybe the reporting did help. I wonder if when the entire screen wipes, I feel like a sound effect would be nice, but I don't want it to be an annoying one, so we'll figure that out. Yeah, something silly like that. Thank you everybody for joining us, and without further ado, this is Jonathan from JChaseFilms signing off. You all have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye!